Caressing.
It should be on the base. Why the hell is it not on the base? Oh, I guess because then you would have to disconnect it from the base. And
Yeah.
It's all about the base.
Oh.
I've heard that.
All right, now
I'm out.
Goodbye.
Wow, Scott McNulty tries to be hip.
Steve,
That's
this episode of Total Party Kill brought to you in part by
Mr. Pineapple! Yeah! The Poochie of beers.
It is.
Mr. Pineapple.
I'm partying with Mr. Pineapple.
Wow.
I'm in the entourage with Mr. Pineapple.
I got something dark here.
Ooh.
I got something dark coming, but we're starting light with Mr. Pineapple.
This is the new, I think, New Belgium portage. I don't like most of their beers beyond Fat Tire, but this is pretty good. It's a little coffee-esque.
We are broadcasting.
Oh, we're broadcasting.
What?
What's
I
that?
know.
I alerted? What's that
You gotta be serious now.
What's that link?
I put the link in the Roll20 chat because
there it is.
So many different chats to choose from.
I know.
How do we get to the? Oh, yeah.
So many chats.
So many chats, and yet nobody answers.
Too many
chats.
Yeah.
Too many.
We've covered every meme possible now. Time to go home.
Good night, everybody. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, I need a character sheet for this
Oh
one.
wait, we're not ready. Jason's tweeting. He's
Yeah,
crafting.
I gotta do some.
Should I? I guess I'll tweet thing. The stuff.
I remember what my character does. Probably need a book.
the thumbnail of the live stream is me holding up the can of Mr. Pineapple. That is beautiful.
Excellent. Is Mr. Pineapple as good as you remember him, or does he taste better in San Diego?
It tastes better in San Diego after we've polished off like several other beers first.
Oh, that's good. That's a good point. Mr. Pineapple was the end of the road.
It's fine. It's a wheat beer with actual pineapple juice in it, so it is.
It could be far more horrible than it is, basically.
It's Phil's greatest enemy, a fruity wheat beer.
Oh,
but
I'm not a huge fan either. But I thought Mr. Pineapple was pretty passable.
It's much more competent than the can it's in. So the design of the can.
Well, it would have to be, wouldn't it?
Mr. Sparkle.
Oh, you have many questions, Mr. Sparkle.
So, are we ready?
No.
Okay. Are we going to start anyway?
Hold on. Let me. One more thing. It's just one more thing.
I feel wrong without this microphone dangling in front of my face. I think I'll put it down there just for old times.
That is what all the kids are wearing today, Steve.
Good evening, sir. I'm from Time Life Books. Would you like to order our 10-book series on the mysteries of the universe? Hello?
There's only one mystery. Why would you order this book?
Read the book.
It's in the book.
Just take a look.
Reading Rainbow.
Oh, LeVar Burton.
Oh, boy. I hope you guys have some idea how
All
we're
right.
going to get out of this nonsense we got ourselves into last time. Because
We got ourselves.
I am not proficient in getting out of nonsense, only getting into nonsense.
I've been asleep the whole time. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. All right.
I legitimately have been asleep the whole time.
Well, there you go. You've got
I was too.
A likely
They woke
story.
me up with their shenanigans.
Oh, dear.
You know, it's a bad leader who falls asleep and leaves his comrades to get into trouble.
I don't think Carlos is the leader of anything.
I
You're
think that's why.
president of things.
Before we start, let's see.
Tony, sold.
Hey, I will call your attention to your new fancy avatars, thanks to Jesse.
Jesse.
It's in my ears and on my screen.
Ooh, nice.
And I would ask you to see if you can move them, because I had to change them, so...
Okay, which one am I? I'm looking
Who
around.
knows?
Kachka is on the move.
Oh, yes. Carlos.
Carlos? Oh, no, Carlos.
Oh, excuse me.
So,
Right.
Sophia is out next to this fire outside
Oh,
of...
look, I am. Aren't I cute? Thank you.
Oh, wait, who's this dude?
What dude?
What dude?
Oh, he's a guard.
I've moved closer to the
pretty
fire.
Is he the guard? The guard?
He is the guard that Scale seduced into
Yes.
allowing...
So that is not. I feel like that word is. I don't know if that's the appropriate
Sweet
word.
talked.
I think we
Convinced.
went all the way down the path to seduction.
Yeah,
there.
I think that's
Into allowing her to look into...
I don't know how much you know about the art of seduction, Scott McNulty, but that's
Very
a different
little.
that's a different podcast.
You learned it all
I've-
from Kachka.
I've read
Let me
many-
tell you,
many
throwing
books.
Throwing
Tomes.
seduction scenarios into RPGs always goes really well.
I've never seen it not be creepy.
There's a lot of rolling. It's just like in real life, a lot of rolling dice.
Yep.
And
Marissa is a lucky woman, Scott.
oh, she is. The number of ones I've rolled. So, who would like to? Well, Jason, how do you want to start this? I don't know for the podcast. Is there a way you'd like to start this?
No. I'll kick it off.
Okay.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill, Season 3. This is our second session. It's also Episode 4 of this season. When last we left our heroes, well, heroes is a strong word, our adventurers, they were pretending to be asleep after doing terrible things during a night in the caravan. Here's your Dungeon Master to explain more of what this thing is that we call Dungeons and Dragons. It's Scott McNulty. Hi, Scott.
Oh, hello, Jason. Thank you. So why don't we all go around and tell everybody what our characters do, just so that first-time listeners, you're getting in at an exciting point. First-time listeners.
Exciting. That's a word for it.
Let me just say
I'm
that.
so envious of you.
Jason, why don't you go first?
All right. I am playing Carlos, Danger Dwarf, who is a mull and likes to tell people that he's a mull. Carlos is a gladiator, and he likes to fight. He doesn't like slavery. He runs where the battle is and then joins the battle. He's currently pretending to be asleep because he was resting, sleeping it off after getting attacked by a helmed horror, and then he was awakened by one of his comrades coming into the guards' quarters while carrying the unconscious form of one of his other comrades. He thinks they were up to no good and doesn't really want to know why.
Just to clarify, that was a helmed horror, correct?
Yes, helmed horror.
I guess I thought I missed that part of the adventure.
That was a side adventure, Steve.
Oh.
Side adventure.
Steve, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure, why not? I'm Steve Lutz. I am playing Kachka. I am a 3-creen bard, which means I am a bug that plays guitar. And apparently not very good at making complex plans, or at least conveying them to my compatriots.
Or plans.
That's right. Erica, why don't you explain your character?
Sure. I'm Erica Ensign, and I am playing Presta Shibogan, an Elven Ranger.
Excuse me.
And I would like to point out that I'm new here. I don't really know these guys.
That's your story.
I'm kind of a grumpy, quiet person. I'm just keeping to myself. I'm sleeping by the fire pit, and yeah, out of character. I am not looking forward to finding out what my new companions, whom I vouched for, have been up to all this time.
You learned an important lesson about vouching.
I sure did.
Tony, why don't you explain your character?
Hello, my character is Regdar. He's just a normal guy making his way in the Dark Sun world today. Just trying
Takes
to
everything you got, from what I hear.
just trying to get to that next paycheck. A little overeducated for the Dark Sun world. Has a lot of knowledge of esoteric topics that are not immediately relevant to, say, desert survival.
And literate. Regdar is literate.
Yeah.
Which is overeducated for Dark Sun.
Blah, 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 literacy. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
literacy
blah.
has not put a meal on his table yet, but it has put a lot of sand on his table.
And some pottery.
It's very sandy in Athos. Georgia, why don't you explain your character?
My character's name is Scale, and I'm a half-elf magic user, but we don't talk about that in these parts. And we have been searching around for a scarab-like object, and right now I am taking a nap, yet dreaming that my trusty band of heroes is getting themselves into trouble while I sleep.
And speaking of trouble, Dan, why don't you...
Hello! I am playing Amlal, who is the brother of our dear departed Eglath, and is looking to exact a little bit of vengeance and a little bit of honor in the memory of his dearly departed brother. I'm
all out of honor.
half giant barbarian. Yeah, I'm all out of honor. It's an ounce of vengeance and bubblegum.
Delicious, delicious bubblegum. Made of sand.
Giant all vengeance.
And gum.
Delicious. So, I guess we should quickly recap what happened. I'm not sure if I can, because I'm still not sure I understand what happened. But I do believe, so you guys were sent by the Veiled Alliance, of which Scale is a member, to find these scarabs, the Shakwak beetle, actually, which is causing some trouble. It nullifies arcane and psychic abilities, and certain unsavory types are using them to enslave folks. which is not good. So the Veiled Alliance has asked you, A, to find out where they're coming from, what's happening, and I'm going to move my microphone so you can see me.
Oh, hi! Hey!
I'll move it back.
Who's that guy?
I'm so handsome.
Who the hell is that?
So they asked you to go onto this caravan because they think that this house has been implicated in smuggling these beetles. So they want you to find out if the beetles are on this caravan and kind of figure out where they're coming from. You found out that House Sham, which was your former employer, is one of the kind of enemies, or maybe enemies is a strong word, but not a big fan of this house. The house name that I am forgetting at the moment. What is it? Well, it doesn't really matter, but...
Amketch.
Amketch, there you go. I'm trying to paint a world. Details don't matter. And so you successfully became guards on this caravan. You encountered a helmed horror that was full of scarabs, and that was a super easy battle for most everybody. Then the caravan stopped for the night, so our heroes decided to investigate the caravan and search for these beetles. Scale and Presto went outside to hang out by the fire. But before Scale left, she negotiated her way into the secure cargo hold and found out that it was full of, expensive stuff, silk and jewelry and all that kind of stuff. But no beetles were to be found anywhere. Ketchka, I believe, held an impromptu concert in the cargo bay.
I did. The slaves loved it.
As Umlal was looking around, nothing to be found there. You guys checked out the water place, I think. There wasn't anything there. You decided, clearly, some of you decided this. Carlos went to bed.
Going to bed always makes a great adventure.
Running headlong into his dreams.
Ketchka, Regdar, and Umlal decided, hey, why don't we make our way up to the caravan master's cabin, and his name is Brezrek. He probably has something going on up there. So you went in there. Up there were some guards. You suggested to one of the guards that he bring you many bowls of stew, as I recall.
Yes. All the stew.
As he was gone, you decided that you did not know subterfuge, so you'd break down the master's cabin's door, I believe.
That sounds a lot more conscious than I remember that decision being.
No subterfuge on Athos.
You broke in. Regdar was like, holy crap, I have a spell that will find the beetles. Sadly, it did not do that. And so you...
Wait, Regdar has spells?
He had an ability. He had a feeling.
Okay.
A hunch.
I was hooked on that feeling.
That's right. So you ransacked the cabin. And as you were ransacking the cabin, by chance, another guard came walking by and asked you what you were doing, to which Ketchka said, and I get a little hazy on this part, Ketchka said that she broke into the master's cabin because she had a crush on the master and wanted to seduce him while she was there. Was that right?
No, the door was unlocked, and Kachka just went in, even though it was never unlocked.
Records from that era are sketchy.
And then locked the door behind her.
Are you sure we did all this? Because this all sounds really dumb.
And then I am positive. And then the idea was that the two lummoxes, the story was going to be that they broke in the door because they heard Kachka in there and were concerned for the lady's honor.
Well, no, they were concerned that there was somebody rifling through the master's cabin. That was.
Is that it? Okay. Well, that was not as clear to all concerned.
Only to find Kachka in whatever passes for bug negligee, which
which is sand.
It's always sand.
I believe it is a bugligee. Thank you.
And so the guard, for whatever reason, was kind of believing this until the other guard with the 8 bowls of stew arrived back. And then he thought, this is getting a little crazy. I really need to ask Brezrek what's going on. So you guys,
my part of the plan was right.
Yes, it's true. So he asked you guys to stay there. He had either Maguire or Toby, one of them, stationed outside the cabin, and he went off to find Brezrek.
Toby left. Maguire who was our friend who brought us the bowls of stew. He
Yes.
remained and
Right.
then was soothed to sleep with a song of Kachka. Also, you neglected that Kachka did a hootenanny and made all the slaves dance in the cargo hold
Oh, he mentioned
until they
that.
were yelled at by their slave masters. It's important. I don't want to miss that point.
There was a lot of role playing last time.
Yes.
Uh,
Not very good, but
Those
it was
listeners
role
said they wanted more role playing mixed in with the combat, and I think they're regretting that decision now.
Yes,
well,
we put poor McGuire to sleep and also slept Regdar.
Yes.
And then for some reason I didn't realize I could just slap him awake, and so we carried him back to the cabin.
yes.
Very sweet, really.
To which Carlos made his Constitution saving throw. He woke up. He looked at you guys. He said, pretended he was still asleep.
Yep.
Did not want anything to do with it.
Wait, this is crucial. We left McGuire by the catapult on the deck, along with his 8 empty bowls of stew.
Oh, that's right. I put McGuire in the wrong place, so I've moved.
God, we ate all the stew.
Yes. Yeah, that would have really ruined our plan if we'd left a chunk of meat in the bottom of one of those bowls or something.
Chunk of sand, Steve. Chunk of sand.
It's just sand stew.
Wow.
That
And
sounds
so-
delicious.
That is where we've left it. As I was saying earlier, I had not planned for this eventuality.
How could you not?
I know, it's craziness. I
Yeah,
apologize.
Scott, while we were during the break, I was thinking maybe Scott will just use this opportunity to change this entire adventure into us being left behind on the sands of Athens. And forget about those beetles we were investigating. Now it's just the adventure.
How do we get our ride home?
I feel like that is actually not the first time this has happened to me.
Now, that is an option. It's always an option. Remember, this is a story that we build together.
Yes.
But so we'll see what happens. So that's where we left off. When
Build,
last we
tear
played.
it down. Definitions are a little.
Whatever. No adventure survives contact with players. You bastards. So we left there. We spent a lot of time with 3 particular characters. So I'm going to switch and start with Scale and Presta, who were awake and kind of eating outside. So we'll work with them for a little bit, see if they want to do anything. So I'll set the scene. Remember, you all stopped for the evening. A bunch of fires were set. Everybody's kind of gathered around the campfire, eating their stew. Some people are tending to the fire. Some people are, making the stew. There are a lot of people in this caravan. There's lots of activity. Brezrek is on the map. He is talking to Holtet, who you'll remember is the half-giant who hired you guys and is in charge of the guards. And they're just chatting away because he's basically second in command to Brezrek. And there you go. So Scale and Presta, anything in particular you want to do?
Well, I'm sitting down painting some beads on my bracelet in colors of purple, yellow, and red. And I have a bunch of them, and I'm busy doing that as I'm chatting away with Presta about, I wonder what everyone's doing. I'm sure that they're just gathering knowledge and completely safe. Are you enjoying the fire?
Yeah, it's nice.
So there are other
Not big on
people
small
that you could talk to. If you don't want to talk to anybody, that's fine. I'm sensing you may not want to talk to anybody. So you guys notice as you're sitting there talking to each other, a guard kind of make his way to Brezrek, and who looks kind of confused. And he's talking. He stops. He's clearly in a hurry to get to Brezrek. He stops and talks to Brezrek. Brezrek looks surprised. You can't really hear what they're saying without making an effort. I'm not sure if you want to make that effort or not.
Sure.
I
I'll
don't
go
have any
over.
reason to make the effort because I don't even know why these folks are here yet. So I'm just gonna eat my stew.
All right.
I ask Brezrek, I say, is there something wrong? Can I help you?
So you get up, you approach, you hear the guard saying, "Well, that's the story they told me. There's a Thrycreen waiting in your office for you." And Brezrek was like, "What? This makes absolutely no sense, but we need to get to the bottom of this." And so he points to you, Scale, and you, Presta, and he says, "You two, come with me. And this guard will lead us back to my room. Seems like there's something going on. We need to investigate."
Okay.
And so
Okay.
you guys
I
go
fall in
off,
line.
and you go to his office, where he discovers that no one is there.
There's a sleeping guy.
There's a sleeping guy by the catapult. And he's like, what is going on here? McGuire, explain yourself. And he said, well, when I left, Toby was guarding the place. I don't know, they must have knocked him out, and they must be hiding somewhere. And so the master says, this is just what I thought. Sabotage on the caravan. You two. And he points to you, Scale, and you, Presta. You find these people. McGuire, explain what they look like. So he says, okay, well, one was a Thry-Kreen. They all kind of look alike, I'm sorry.
Oh, come on!
Just saying. The other was a half-giant.
I signed up for post-colonialism D&D.
The other was a half-giant, a big one. There is really only 2 half-giants in the caravan. One is Holtet, and the other is that other guy, I don't know his name. Wasn't Holtet. And there's only one.
That sounds sketchy as descriptions go.
there's only one Thry-Kreen, so it's probably that one. I don't know. And then there was a guy. I didn't really get a good look at the guy.
He's just an average guy.
Just an average guy. He was wearing.
Find the most average of guys on our crew.
This is why you cultivate an image of, just being a guy.
I will point out that on a crew populated with half giants and Thry-Kreens, the average guy might stand out.
There are a lot of humans as well. There are like 40 guards associated with the caravan. A bunch of slaves. There are some moles, and it's a thriving community. So he says, okay, you two, find these people, bring them back to my cabin, or find out where they went.
We'll do that.
All right.
Sure. We escape and hope to find them before someone else does.
Yeah, I think we should. Well, I guess the first place to look would just be the guards' quarters, since we didn't see them outside at all, did we?
No.
You did not. So now you know that there's only one person, well, 2 people, who actually saw them in the cabin. One is unconscious at the moment. Bresrick is going over to wake him up. And the other is McGuire, who says, I'll tag along with you guys, and I'll identify them.
Before we go downstairs, I'd like to say to Bresrick, okay, so you said sabotage. What exactly was sabotaged in your cabin?
Well, I mean, we just got here a couple minutes, like 30 seconds ago, but it looks like it's completely tossed because the previous characters searched the place, so I don't think they were too delicate.
My purple pants are just on the floor.
They're everywhere. The lock has been broken, so the door is broken down. So clearly they were looking for something. I don't know what they were looking for. I don't keep many valuables in my cabin. And he looks he lifts up his bed, and under there is a strong box, and he opens it up, and he says, well, all the records that I keep here look in order, and I keep some money in here, and it seems to be fine. So I don't know what they were looking for, but we need to find out who they are.
Okay. We went through like that entire guy's wardrobe and never thought to look under his bed.
It is
That
true.
seems unlikely.
I thought the one thing we did right was search the room, and apparently no.
Sadly. But Scalar pressed a look into the lockbox as he's opening it, and it just looks like it has some records and like a bag of money.
Oh yeah, what's in there? Rolling Stones?
None of those records are like kept on like a beetle, right?
None vinyl, no.
No, there are no Beatles in there.
Are there some Beatles
Not
records
big enough.
in there?
That's entirely Rolling
Abbey
Stones.
Road.
There's a
Abbey
white
Road. That's a good one.
And so he says, just find them. And McGuire says, okay, let's go. They can't have gone far. So let's start. So you're on the 3rd level. There are 3 levels to the caravan. There's the top level, which is called the upper deck. There's the main deck, which is 1 below, and then there's the cargo deck, which is 2 below. And you guys knew that you had previously staked out the guard room on the main deck as where you were going to go to sleep. So you may want to do that.
Yeah.
Do with that what you will.
Let's head there and check it out.
I think that's the best course of action.
All right, so you guys make your way to the guard room. McGuire is following behind you. There is no problem. You go there. You see Umlal, Ketchka, Carlos, and Regdar. Carlos is sleeping. I don't know what everybody else is doing. What are you 3 doing?
Well, I'm in the corner pretending to be in my torpor,
Okay.
which I do instead of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fast asleep by now.
Yeah, I'm asleep. I need to recharge all the powers I burned.
Okay, so you guys, if you want to attempt to wake up because they're not being very quiet. Well, actually, let's hold off. So you go in there, you see that they're all sleeping. McGuire says, "Those are the guys. That's the Bribery. That's the half giant." Now he was not being quiet. So anyone who wants to make a DC 12 Constitution save to wake up.
What do we have to roll to not wake up?
You just can not to wake up.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I'm not actually asleep, so
Snoring like a log.
And Ketchka, you are awake, so you see McGuire pointing at you excitedly. Regdar wakes up.
I should probably wake up too. Do I roll to wake up?
You can roll. Just do a con.
9.
You are blissfully asleep.
Unless you're still awake.
Wasn't he awake last time anyway? I thought he woke up and
Yeah, but did I
opened
go?
an eye and...
I did, but did I fall back asleep, or am I still faking it?
Well, that's up to you, Jason. Would Carlos fall back asleep quickly?
I think Carlos. Would Carlos have fallen back? How long has it been since those?
He
those
runs
lunkheads
straight back to
came in?
sleep.
I'd say it's probably been, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, not super long.
I don't think Carlos had that dream about the worms again, and so I think he's not yet been able to get back to sleep.
Okay.
And so he's going to feign waking up, and Carlos wants to act as if a completely innocent person who doesn't know anything that's going on, which he doesn't. So he doesn't want to stay asleep when a normal person would probably wake up when these people trundle in.
So today Carlos is just going to be Carlos.
Carlos cracking an eye and not pretending to be asleep, but not jumping up and talking.
Carlos
to
D.
the crowd.
Dwarf. The D is for deception.
Okay, so McGuire is like, those are the ones we need to go back and tell Bresrick they're right here.
No, Bresrick said that we were supposed to bring them up there.
Oh, well, that's even better.
All right, I'm opening
dude,
my
pay
eyes.
attention to your boss.
I'm gonna say, what are you doing in here? Why are you disturbing our rest? We're trying to rest up for tomorrow's shift.
What do you mean, what am I doing in here? You just broke into the master's cabin, and I told you to stay there.
What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. We've been here all night, all evening.
He's not buying it.
I'm going to roll an insight check and see if I buy this load of people.
Oh, feel free. If Ketchka's trying to deceive, Ketchka should roll a deception.
Okay, I'll do that.
I have a 23 on my insight.
That is a 17 for deception.
So you do not, Presta does not buy what Ketchka is selling.
I never trust a Thrycreen anyway.
Oh man.
It's, it's a rough world for a bug out there. So how does I'm apparently telepathic as a Thrycreen?
You can communicate telepathically with people.
Now, if I do that, is it obvious that the thoughts entering into their brain is coming from the Thrycreen? Or
Yes.
is it possible that they could think maybe that they're thinking that?
Trying to throw your phone in
Are they crazy?
It is not possible that they would think that they are thinking whatever you have.
She's really great.
It is basically just a way so you can communicate. That would be like you'd need to do a spell or something to compel someone to do something.
All right. So I'm going to just send out. Are both Presta and Scale in the room here?
Yes.
I'll shoot him a little telepathy saying, we're kind of in some trouble here, guys, but
Telepathy
help out
direct
if you
message.
140 characters or less.
So McGuire's like, these are the ones we need to. So the big one, the bug, and that guy, and he points to Regdar. Those are the three that I saw.
It's Toby.
Okay,
by the way.
great.
This
Well,
is Toby.
listen, we'll take care of it. You can go back now to your shift, do your work, and we'll do our job and get this sorted out.
Well, as she rightly pointed out, Bresrick asked us to bring them back, so I really have to do what Bresrick said, right? And we should be doing that right now. I have some rope. We can tie them up.
I don't think there's
do anything
actually
with
any
rope.
need for that.
What was that?
Have you ever tried to tie up a half giant?
I have not, but there's always a first time. And he's sleeping, so how hard can it be?
Well, these are our fellow guards, so I think that we should trust them and have all the information before we start tying up people that we may need to protect the caravan as we are paid to do in the first place.
I think there
Because
might
if we're
be
under
a
attack-
misunderstanding.
But
I think
Brezrek
that's clear.
asked for us to bring them back, so we don't have to tie them up, but they have to definitely go back to Brezrek and talk to him.
Sure. But,
I
like,
have no idea why you're here throwing out these baseless accusations,
Yeah,
but there's
friend-
no need to tie us up. We'll go willingly.
Carlos sits up and says, "What is going on? And can you keep it down? People are trying to sleep here."
Apparently, somebody busted into Brezrek's cabin and tossed the place, and this fellow thinks it was some of our compatriots here.
I don't think. I know it was those guys. And he points to Carlos. You look strong. You should help us bring these guys up to Brezrek.
So wait, did you actually see them break in?
I did not see them break in.
Okay, so then why are you accusing them of breaking in?
Because they
They're
were
our
in,
guards.
They were in the cabin.
Were you
Yeah,
in
but
that cabin
what
at
would
any
you
point
do?
That
after
sounds
the
like
door was
them. I gotta
broken?
be honest. That does sound like them.
Carlos!
The bug was telling me, told us that he was trying to seduce the Brezrek, and that the other two broke in because of some. I didn't really follow it.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
friend.
I
The
agree.
harshest desert wind is the wind of mistrust. Let's pass.
How many?
I
I lean over and sniff the guy's breath.
Followed only by the wind
Have
of
you been
Chipotle.
drinking on your shift?
Have you
sir?
perhaps eaten 8 bowls of stew and maybe had a bad dream?
I thought Scale was the one who sniffed everybody.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's called for.
I am not drunk. I know what happened. Brezrek has given us a direct order, and as guards, we need to follow Brezrek's orders. I think we can all agree on that.
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so you guys are.
Somebody kick the half giant.
We shake the half giant awake. Umlal.
What? 5
Look-
more minutes.
Guys, it's okay. I have a plan. I whisper.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
We didn't
no.
have
I'm
to
so
drink.
worried.
Toby says, "I'll bring up the rear. You go first."
How hard would it be to like elbow this guy in the head accidentally?
You can attack him.
Well,
you are all adventurers. You
The
can easily
challenge there is
overwhelm
that
him.
if we attack him, we really need to just get off the caravan and get out of here and walk through the desert or steal something, because Bezrak wants to hear from us, and I just it's hard to see how it's hard to see how we're going to get out of this regardless.
A much better idea is to turn this into a legal drama where we will prove our innocence. Because it feels to me like Scale is clearly multi-class lawyer.
Yeah, because that's going to work with our huge charisma, you guys.
Well, so
I have a lot
far,
of charisma.
our strategy seems to
That's
be
fine.
to confuse everybody until we hope
It's
that
working.
they just walk away.
Amlal pulls out from under the bed a briefcase, which he opens up, puts a little necktie on. Is like, I'll have you know, I am Amlal Esquire.
I'm very close to walking away.
I'm just a simple half giant.
I will point out that I'll describe the room. So the guard's room that you're in right now is kind of a simple barracks. There is a door that you can close. The guard is in front of the door, but it could be easily closed with a free action by anyone. Everybody else is on this level. There's one other guard, by the secure cargo area, who has a name that I wrote down, but I forget what it is. So other than that, when you were coming down, this level is empty. The common area is empty. Everybody's outside eating. It is dark, so it is darkly illuminated. I mean, you can all see, but it is not like bright daylight. So there, whatever plans you want to put into that, I just give you this information.
Let's do it. Let's talk to him.
Okay. That is not what I thought you guys would do, so off you go.
No.
It's fine. This is the fun of D&D, right, everybody? Right?
Yay!
So you go back up to the Toby is taking the back because he's kind of confused and he doesn't know who to trust here, and he's afraid that something's going to happen and you're going to try to attack him. Carlos, are you going with him? He says you don't really need to come with us if you don't want to.
I'm not going to come with them, and then after they leave, I'm going to trail behind them and keep an eye on them. But I don't want Toby to.
You don't want to confuse anybody with your presence?
I don't want Toby. Well, first off, I want deniability, and second, I don't want Toby to know that I'm nearby in case I'm needed to surprise.
Oh, so why don't you roll a Stealth check.
Just
I believe that's still a thing, right?
yeah, it's a 5.
Okay. So unfortunately, Toby looks back a few times and he makes it clear that he sees you following.
Hey, dude. Hey.
I'm over here behind the
Toby.
plant.
But Carlos, kind of like whistles and like, I'm just my legs. I need to stretch my legs.
Well, you woke me up, guys. So I'm gonna take a little walk around here before I go back to bed.
See, there you go. And as you pass by the secure cargo area, Elfaric, which is the guard's name, waves to Scale. And he has a look about him. He's like, "What's going on?" He whispers to you as you pass by.
So we caught someone trying to break into the room, and now we're being blamed for it when we were the ones investigating.
Well, that's outrageous. I'm sure Brezrek will solve all this.
Of course.
Don't worry. So you guys, I'm assuming you just want to go to Brezrek's office with Carlos kind of following along. So you get there. Brezrek is there. Did I describe this cabin before? Let's see.
Well, did we just about the strong box under the bed?
There was a strong box under the bed, which you did not find.
So is this on the upper deck?
This is on the upper deck. So the upper deck is.
This is the master's cabin.
This is the master's cabin.
Wait, I have a question. Because of is your Steve, does your 3 Kreen telepathic ability work both ways? Can you pick up other people's thoughts, or can you only send thoughts into people's heads?
That's a good question. Dungeon Master?
I would believe that you can only send thoughts.
Oh.
Sorry. Let's move everybody. Everybody move yourself.
Because you can be like wink if yes, nod if no. Wink if yes, nod if no.
I'm gonna try to whisper to Kachka, like, maybe we can convince him that this guard was the one who broke in and rifled the place. And we are being blamed for it.
That's just what I was thinking.
We do a little high five.
Kachka doesn't need to whisper because you can telepathically.
That was in his mind. He was doing.
What sorcery is this?
And psionics actually in Dark Sun are well accepted, where sorcery is not, so you would not freak out about
What's psionics?
Okay, so you guys make it up there. McGuire comes with you. I'll explain. So this is the top of the caravan, partially open. There's a flat deck where this circle that says catapult in between on it. There's a catapult there, and so it is so that you can see all around the caravan in case there's any kind of attack. You can mount an offensive from there. There's a guard manning the catapult. As you pass by, he's kind of nobody has met this guard before. He's a little confused, but he doesn't ask anything. As you walk up the stairs, you notice you go by the bridge. There's a dwarf there who looks like it's communicating with the giant beetles that are pulling the caravan, which is not in motion at the moment, so they're not pulling anything, but he's just calming it down to make sure it's okay. You pass a couple of locked doors. You don't know what's back there. And then you go down the hallway. You pass the catapult, which Amlal noticed before is big enough to hold a man, so you could theoretically catapult a corpse if you'd like. I say theoretically. You walk down the hallway. There's a locked door, which is marked passengers because that's passengers are there. And you go into so some of you have not been here. Actually, you've all been here. So you walk past the broken door. You go into Brezrek's cabin. In there is Brezrek, Holteth, who is the half giant charge of the guards. Our good friend Toby and McGuire. Two eyewitnesses, count them, 2 eyewitnesses are all in Brezrek's cabin. So let's see. And Carlos, you want to be in Brezrek's cabin, or?
I'm like in the hallway.
Okay. And so,
whistling quietly to himself.
Yep.
Let's move these guys. Regdar and Kachka are up there. Now you are there. Let's see. So we've got Ulal and Kachka and Regdar.
Now I have a quick question about my bardic inspiration. Can that be used on me? Can I inspire myself?
That's a good question.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can either, but one of those
Unless they've
questions.
changed things a lot for 5th edition.
I will look in.
No,
Player's
others.
Handbook. Others. Well, there
One
you go.
creature other than yourself.
Sorry, you cannot.
Boo.
Boo. So,
You inspire me, Kachka.
McGuire, who was the guard that was in the cabin, I believe, right? Am I getting this right? It doesn't. He says,
Okay,
those are the ones. And Toby says, yes, these are the 3 that broke in here, Bresrick. And so Bresrick says, well, what do you... Explain yourselves.
This
Why
is
were you
ridiculous.
in my cabin?
We've been in the guards' room all night resting, and these 3 come down here and wake us up and disturb our rest and start throwing out these racist allegations. I can tell what's going on here. They just don't like 3 Kreen. They're probably from Urek.
Holtek says, search them. So they search you 3, and they find, I believe, on Kachka and Regdar, they find a token with the insignia of House Sham on it that you were given for free rides in the caravan in the first section of the adventure that we played.
Also, some spooky tattoos.
And some spooky
Guys,
tattoos.
this is a
That
frame-up.
means nothing. That's regularly handed out by House Sham for people who've done good work for his caravan. And if anything, this should indicate that we do good work for...
Yeah, we were honest up front about our previous work with House Sham. We don't work for them anymore.
So why did you break into my cabin? Says Bresrick.
We didn't break into anything. We've been asleep all
Are you saying Toby and McGuire, 2 of my most trusted guards, who I have been with on multiple caravans, are lying, and I should take your word over them?
It's a long con. These
3
2
people,
obviously did it.
3 people who I have just met. I have no idea what you're carrying tokens from House Sham. And frankly, the story that they told me is nonsensical, but I'm still believing that you broke it. I'm not sure why.
Why would we break in and
Point out
steal
we didn't
nothing?
steal anything yet.
I don't know. What were you looking for?
We weren't looking for anything. We weren't even here.
Well, who did this then?
Probably these 2 idiots that dragged us up here.
Yeah. Look, they're either incompetent and they did it, or they're incompetent and they're trying to blame it on somebody else.
Well, I will point out that Toby and McGuire both have keys to my office, my cabin. So why would they break the door down? And
Well, if it
before
was
you
gonna
tell
be-
me that they would do that so it would look like it wasn't them, I don't buy
I
it.
think
They're
Why
just
would we
smart
be
enough for
dumb
that.
enough to break the door down when we could just shake them down for the keys?
That's a good question. Says Scott.
And I would like to point out
These
that
are-
neither one of these guys had said that they saw these folks breaking into the cabin. So
All right.
Sounds
Well,
like
actually don't have any
somebody's been hitting the stew a little hard.
all right. Well, we do know that you, Bresrick, Holtek says. Well, we know that you people, you 3, were in this cabin,
What do you mean by you people?
and that he half giant too. So.
Whoa, that makes it okay?
Yes, some of his best friends are half giants. Now, if you 3 were here, the door was broken at some indeterminate time. So, if you can explain to us why you were here, in the master's cabin where you had no rights to be, and then perhaps we can forget this matter. But it seems unlikely. However, go ahead.
I really didn't like that door.
So now you're admitting that you broke the door.
No, I'm just saying it didn't look great
Look.
on the way in.
All right, we were trying to cover for our friend Humble. He recently found out his brother had passed away under violent circumstances. Sometimes he sleepwalks and goes into fugue states. You know, he's still grieving. It's just temporary. He's a good worker.
He is
An
a berserker,
accident.
right?
I have to admit, it does look like a half giant just sort of raged around this place.
I mean, hopefully nothing important was broken that can't be repaired. Nothing was taken. I mean, he was sleepwalking.
That's true.
Next time we'll make sure we all kind of fell asleep at the same time. Next time we'll make sure that, you know, we tie him down before he goes to sleep.
And I'm going to telepathically send to Bresrick this thought.
It's going so well.
Now, keep in mind you are not sending him a thought. You are telepathically communicating, so he will know it is not him.
I'm thinking this. You're a very attractive man.
Oh,
God, we're dead.
Kotska has never learned the lesson that one lie is better than two.
I'm going with Jason. We're walking.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Guys, we're only a couple days away from tier. If we're going to get kicked off the caravan, now's the time.
Only a couple days from retirement.
Well, we're only a couple days out from tier, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Actually, one day. This is the first day that you've
Well,
rested.
one day on a caravan.
Yeah, we
did not
this
take
up
it long.
really fast. Yeah. Yay us.
So
This isn't the first time Regdar has been fired from a caravan on day one.
So
Who
Ketchka,
was supposed to be at the guard post at your door? I asked Brezrek.
That is a good question. Nobody was guarding my door in particular. Toby was manning the catapult. And
So, Toby, where were you when the door was actually broken down? Like, why didn't you stop them from
well, here's
from
the thing.
a sleepwalking half giant? Seems like that might, be something you noticed.
I did notice them gathering by the door, but then, for some reason, I decided it would be a great idea to get them stew.
All right, I immediately look at Brezrek and just kind of tilt my head, like, really? These are the guys you're trusting.
As if some kind of strange force compelled me to do it. And
I
Brezrek,
know exactly what you feel like. I sleepwalk.
Brezrek makes some kind of sign of superstition, as if he does not like these kinds of strange goings on his caravan.
Soup, but not stew? It's really confusing.
Now, Ketchka, are you attempting to seduce Brezrek?
No, I'm simply just sending that thought out there.
Because we have covered that seduction in Dungeons and Dragons is a mathematical thing. So
Yes.
as it should be in real life. Okay, so Brezrek looks at you, Ketchka, very quizzically, and just shakes his head, and he says, I thought bringing you three up here would make this more apparent what happened, but now I'm even more confused than I was before. So you will have me believe that your half-giant friend, suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome after finding out that his brother died, found his way up to the third level of the caravan without anyone seeing him, and broke down the door, which Toby did not see. He did not see. Well, he says actually, Toby, you were here. Was the half-giant by himself sleepwalking? And Toby says, no, they were all together. And they were talking to the half-giant, so I don't think he was sleepwalking.
Well, he woke up. We were chasing him down.
Talks in his sleep too. So
Sometimes I get disoriented. Also, a door killed my brother, so I just really I'm taking vengeance. Here, look, I can fix all this. I pick up the remains of the door and sort of loosely put it back on the hinges. There, door fixed, done.
Why don't you roll a deception check for me?
That's gonna go great.
And we will see if Brezrek buys your story.
Is it too late for me to give him some inspiration?
So you can give him some inspiration. Inspiration, though, is usually you playing a song or something, so it's a little
You
obvious
can
that you're doing it.
telepathically.
Can you just sing a song?
You can telepathically hum a little thing for him, so sure.
yeah, little acapella,
Help on your
telepathic
deception
acapella.
check, please. All right, you've got
You are such a pretty giant.
you've got an extra 1d6 on that check.
Sweet. 20.
All right, so Brezrek strokes his chin, looks at you, and says, well, that sounds about right. But I'm going to keep a close eye on you three because I don't know, something shifty about you people. There are.
Really, you think?
But get out of my cabin.
All right, fine. We're going.
We're going. We're out of here.
Carlos takes off at that point, so he's not seen with the others.
And then you hear Brezrek and Hotel.
Hotel and his brother Motel.
The half-giant discussing the problem of hiring cheap guards.
Cheap.
Slave labor is much better than this free guard
It
labor.
is. And you notice as the days go by in the caravan that 2 guards are now stationed outside of Bresvek's cabin permanently, neither of which are Toby nor McGuire.
We have ruined those guys' upward mobility.
And we made some friends.
If everybody wants to roll a perception check, which you should, anyone who gets over
Fail.
a 10 should tell me.
Yep, 14.
I got a 20.
Okay, so you all notice, and it's fairly obvious, that several guards are keeping a close eye on you, just in general. They're watching what you're doing, as if you are not trusted. You 3 in particular, so Dan, Tony, and...
I make sure to sleepwalk every night.
That is smart. All right, so after we leave here, do we all go to the guards' room? Is that what happens?
Yes, you can go to the guards room.
Yeah, is there still time for our long rest?
All right, yeah. Before that happens, as soon as we get in there, I say, okay, guys, what is going on? What actually happened? Because I don't believe a word of any of your 6 different stories. I vouched for you, and I got you here, and I would like to know what is going on.
You guys want to roll deception on her?
I would also like to know what is going on.
Yeah, I have to say,
I was there.
Stories, I'm starting to forget which one's the real one.
Now, I don't know, at this point, does Presta know that you are looking for the beetles? Okay.
Not a clue.
So Presta has no idea what you guys are doing.
No.
Presta, we are concerned. We're on a mission. And we are concerned that there might be contraband on this caravan. We have been.
What caravan doesn't have contraband? That's
this is particularly bad contraband. We've been offered a reward to determine if there is any on the
what
caravan.
What kind of contraband? What's so bad?
Beetles.
I don't know what those are. Or do I?
Well, they're bad.
You don't know what they are.
They're bad. They're beetles that like burrow under your skin and control you and turn you into kind of a zombie. And we have been.
Whoa! Mind control beetles?
Mind control beetles.
I shiver. Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's doubly bad, right? Because beetles, I mean, that's bad. And then ones that control your mind, extra bad.
Huh. Well, what makes you think that there are any on board this caravan?
We've been told that they're being smuggled via caravans, so we were asked to check out this specific caravan.
Okay. And how much progress have you made on finding anything out? Clearly tossing the master's
progress is a strong word.
Actually, we've made a lot of progress. Scale has searched the secure cargo, and Omlal searched the cargo bay during Kachka's hootenanny.
Mm-hmm.
And
established a lot of places where there are no beetles.
And let's be honest, the master's quarters they also searched, which is why those purple pants were askew on the floor. And there were no beetles in any of these places that we checked.
Would it be helpful to review which places we have not searched, just as part of our ongoing mission?
I will tell you that. You did not search the room that is directly next to the guards' room that you are all in right now. You have not searched the common area. There is this driver's room, offices, which you have not gone into. You have checked both the secure cargo areas. You know this unlabeled room on the main deck is the kitchen. You haven't searched the kitchen. You have searched the cargo bay on the cargo deck. You have not searched the handler's room. You looked into the water room. You did not search the room that is next to that one or the one next to that one on the cargo bay. You did not search on the upper deck. You did not search the bridge or the 2 adjoining rooms. You did not search the passengers' rooms on the upper deck, nor that unlabeled room there. You did search the master's cabin. And I would assume that as you were going through, you searched the deck with the catapult, which would probably be the worst place ever to hide anything.
Yeah.
Unless it was in the catapult.
Oh, that's true. You did look in the catapult, too, though. So
Not there.
I would expect
it wasn't
to hide in
there.
a catapult.
Well, my concern is that these guys are going to be watched now. So what we might want to do is take a rest tonight, and then after our shift tomorrow, perhaps continue the search. Do you think about that? I feel like they're watching us right now, including we're here with them, so they're watching us.
They're definitely watching
You're
the
on
3
alert.
who-
So
It might make sense for the three of us to kind of,
Lay low.
yeah.
Do your job
maybe-
for.
Yeah, well, let's not go crazy. But
Do your job.
I have one more question.
Sufficiently bad way you do
does-
them.
Does Amlal actually sleepwalk, and should I be worried about that?
I'm not
I'm
sure.
fine.
Okay. Just
I'm just sad about my brother.
That was just a clever deception.
So clever.
The first one ever.
And you see, the beauty of it was that it was fairly straightforward. It was easy. I could understand what he was saying.
Here, hold this too.
Yes. One simple lie versus a salad of confusion might be more effective.
Katchka and I have different ways of figuring out how we're going to navigate situations.
So if you would like to, so you guys have not rested. You have slept, but you have an uninterrupted sleep. So you have not done a long rest as of yet. You can, or you can continue to search. Whatever you'd like to do, let me know.
No, I've done enough for the night, so I'm going to fold up my assorted limbs and go into my torpic state.
I will also take a nap.
what is this room next to the guard room here?
Would you like to check it out?
Well, I mean, do we
Unlabeled.
know?
That seems suspicious.
Right. I'm just wondering if we happen to know what it is.
Well,
Like, is the
you've
door
noticed
wide
that
open?
there's a sign on the door that says Beetle Cargo.
No,
I mean,
so
if there's nobody around, then this whole mind control beetle thing has really given me the willies. So I would
Well,
like to know if there's
as
anything I
well
can do
as
right
you.
away before they put somebody on us and have us watched all the time.
Well, you have been more observant in general than most people are, so you would notice that the caravan, in addition to having cargo and guards, has some people who have paid for passage, and that is another passenger's room.
Okay.
You don't know who you've probably seen who's in there, so it's a couple of elves who are kind of wear what passes for fancy garb on Athos, so it has slightly less sand on it than other people's. They keep to themselves. They generally stay in their room. They haven't left the room at all since you have seen them.
Okay. Now, I've been on quite a few caravans. Have I noticed anything, now that I'm thinking about it, that about the way this caravan operates that's any different from what I'm used to? Anything suspicious going on?
No, it operates fairly normally. You stop at sunset. Everyone camps. They have routine watches. Outriders go off in front of the caravan to make sure that there are no dangers. There are a bunch of slaves that handle most of the menial labor. Most of the caravans you've been on haven't had passengers generally because they've just been mostly cargo. This one happens to have some passengers on it, but that's not unusual. It's just that you hadn't signed on to any of those in particular.
Now, do the passengers, are their belongings all kept in the passengers' cabins, or do we notice them being loaded in elsewhere?
Well, you would notice that they have kept they have a couple of chests with them. When the caravan was being loaded, they had some of their own possessions that they took themselves. And you also know that there are these two secure cargo areas which contain more of their valuables, which Scale could share. I don't know if Scale wants to share this or not, but she has checked those out already and has not found any sign of beetles there.
Okay.
But much loot is in there, should you want to steal it.
Meh.
I'm just saying, it's a possibility.
We're not really teased.
Maybe at the end.
We're on a mission here.
It's a lot of work to steal stuff and then make it stay hidden. And steal yours.
We've noticed.
Like I think we're more of the steal stuff the day before we pull into port kind of guys, right?
Or we can run.
Yeah.
That is true. So if nobody wants to do anything other than kind of peek into the passenger room, well, not peek in, but just remember that there are passengers in there. The night passes uneventfully. You all rest up. Some of you were on watch for the evening, so you have a shift of watch. Nothing happens. You do notice, Ketchka, you were on watch. You notice that all the other guards have one person with them. You have 3 guards with you in your station for some reason. But
Just the way I like it.
but they don't say anything. They seem to be a little more alert towards your movements than perhaps what's happening on the perimeter.
Oh, they're into me.
He does like an audience. He's a bard, after all.
That's true. You are an attractive Threat Queen. Yep, that's it. You all are fully rested, and you get half your hit dice back if you have used any, all of your spells and all that good stuff.
Do we get all our hit points back over rest?
Yes.
Yay.
You're fully healed.
So now we're off duty again, and we can do some more exploring.
Sure. So you are you pull an early morning duty. The caravan goes off.
I always have my early morning duty. It's important.
As I said that, I thought I really shouldn't say this.
Yeah, no.
But then you are off of your assignment. The caravan is moving, but you are back in the caravan, and you can do what you like. You do notice that you still have a couple of guards kind of lingering by Ketchka, Umlal, and Rhaegar.
Yeah,
We should all split up, and then they can all follow each of us, and then the others can do what they need to do.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, is that they should either go as a group or individually to places that are just elsewhere, so that we can maybe take a little stroll along the desert sands and leave the three of us around to do some snooping.
Okay, so if you, the three of you leave the caravan just to, walk around the sand, stretch the old legs, the guards who try to inconspicuously follow you, not so inconspicuously. And the other three of you are left to your own devices.
They'll hire anyone as guards in this caravan.
You guys can roll
Apparently
perception. You can roll perception checks to make sure that you don't feel like you're being watched.
11.
21.
All right. Well, Presta and Scale are certain that they are not being watched. Carlos is like, "Are you guys sure? I don't know."
I'm confident we're good.
All right, that's good.
You are supremely confident.
Well, let's check out the room next to our quarters. I think that's a good first place to go.
Well, it's going to have passengers in it, and I gotta tell you, I'm not so good with the lying and stuff. People don't believe me, even when I'm telling the truth. Sometimes it's really annoying.
Gee, I wish I could help because I'm an expert at that. But
Can we just knock on the door and claim to be room service, and then apologize and get a little glimpse inside of what
or
the?
we could knock on the door and say that we're
caravans have
guards,
room service.
and we're just checking out to make sure that everything's safe.
That's a good idea. We are guards.
That's not even a lie.
Building, and so we're just making sure that everything's good.
Everything okay? Just
Because we're actually guards.
It's a start.
So you can certainly do that. Knock on the door. Right. Knock on the door. You hear some rustling. The door. You hear it unlock. The door opens. You see an elven male who's very tall. So you look up. Except for Presta, probably she's about the same height. Yeah. And he says, "What do you want?"
I said, "Excuse me. There have been some break-ins and some things have been stolen.
Yeah. The master's cabin was broken into, so we're just want to be careful here."
And so we just need to take a look to make sure, if you can please just check all of your stuff. We're just going to do a room check to make sure that everything's safe. And then we'll let you be.
We made it clear with Bresrick that no one enters this cabin other than us. No one has come in here. We haven't left. I appreciate your duty, your
I kind of walk in while he's saying that. I say, of course.
Oh, he stopped you.
From Bresrick.
He says, no. We do not want our room tainted by non-elven races.
Well, I could come in and search it. I don't even want to search. We just want to make sure that you guys take a look and double check that everything is as it should be.
Scale, you're a
so
half elf, right? So he's
on this caravan.
Elves are known to be quite haughty and not really liking other races in Athos, and I think generally in D&D as well. He says, well, if you have to come in, we have an agreement with Bresrick, but the elf can come in briefly.
Fair.
And so he opens the door just wide enough to let Presta slide in, and then he closes it.
Are you saying we're fat, Scott?
Elves are very thin. Is what I'm saying.
All right, fair enough. Good point.
Okay.
And so he closes the door. Presta, you notice that there's a female elf in there as well. They have two beds. They have a couple of chests there, and nothing out of the ordinary. It just looks like a room.
Okay, we just want to make sure that all of your belongings and whatever important stuff you have is still secure and that it's all where it's supposed to be. So if you wouldn't mind just setting our minds at ease and taking a look and making sure that there's nothing amiss.
Okay, this is highly unusual, but we will do that. And so they have two chests. They each open one. They look around. It's full of clothing. You see some glints of metal, but you don't see any beetles scurrying about. They say most of our valuables are in the secure cargo area. Are they okay? You're making us a little nervous.
That was the first thing to be checked, and everything there is totally hunky dory.
All right. Well, very well. And we would appreciate not being bothered again.
No, and we wouldn't have done this. We just wanted to be a little proactive and make sure that everything is a-okay. Don't plan on bothering you again.
Well, thank you very much. And he opens the door and asks you to leave.
Okay, I go.
All
right. I tell them what I saw. They just had a couple of chests. Was there anywhere in that room that looked like they could have been hiding beetles, or was it a pretty bare statement?
Why don't you give me a perception check?
Also, were their eyes glassy? And
17.
Suggestion.
So you
like an enormous beetle-shaped lump on their backs.
And lots of skittering.
There was no skittering. Their eyes seemed perfectly clear. You did not sense that they were trying to lie to you in any way. They were just kind of a little befuddled because they seemed mostly annoyed that they were being interrupted, especially after they had agreed with Brezrek that they would not be bothered for the duration of the caravan. You looked around very quickly, and you didn't see any place that you... So it was explained to you that these beetles are very large.
Yes.
And it would be difficult to hide them any place in that room other than the chests that they look through. And frankly, in the chests, it would be immediately obvious if they were full of beetles, or even one beetle were in there. But there were none.
Okay, so I think that room is pretty much crossed off our list, guys.
Okay.
Well, what else? What else do we have to look in?
Shall we go down or should we go up?
The common area is one that I think he said we hadn't checked.
That is correct.
Well, we should give that a once over. That's right here. We can do that.
Yeah.
So you go there, and you see the Master of Cargo, who is Dalgra. He is a scarred, thick-waisted mole. He's sitting there, and he is weaving with giant hair a rope at a table in the common area. And other than that, there's nobody there.
Any place that somebody could stash beetles? It seems unlikely. We just want to check.
No. So the common area, it's kind of like it has some tables, so you can eat a meal while the caravan is rolling on. It's well lit. Lots of people come through here. This would probably be a very bad place to hide anything.
All right.
And Dalgra kind of gives you the mole head nod.
Yep. Already doing it.
But he ignores you.
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk to him.
And we ignore him.
It doesn't look like there are any, the walls don't have spots that could be secret panels or anything like that,
No, they look like you can roll a perception check if you want to search, or search too. I guess it's search check.
Well, I don't want to search obviously in front of.
Okay, so perception then.
Not so great. 14.
So theoretically, it could look like. Clearly, as you're thinking, someone could hide something like a panel or something in one of these walls, but you're not quite sure if that is the case.
I think we need to move on.
Yeah.
All right. So you've searched every room on this level except for the drivers/offices.
Well, should we check it out?
Let's take a look. We might as well be thorough.
Yeah.
All right, so you go in there and you see Vashra, who is an old, leathery dwarven woman. This is their description, not mine. She is sitting behind like a desk of some kind, and she's it looks like she's resting. She's kind of massaging her temples because the way they drive these giant beetles is through psychic ability. So you know that she works very hard, and you've heard that she demands one of her people always, either her or one of her junior drivers, be on the bridge at all times. So you assume since she's here, one of the junior drivers is on the bridge. And she looks up and says, "Can I help you guys?"
Oh, you look really tired. We were just wanting to know if you needed something to drink or eat, and if everything was safe. And we're just doing the rounds right now. And I just walk around to try to peek as...
Yeah, because some ingrates broke into the master's cabin, so we're doing a security check of the whole
we're getting a bad rap.
caravan.
Oh, I heard about that. I figured it might have something to do with some kind of contraband or something. But well, you're very sweet to offer me. I could use a drink if you're on your way to the kitchen.
Sure, we could head down there for sure.
Some water. It's been a very long shift. These beetles are not the beetles, being the big beetles that pull the caravan, are not cooperating today.
I roll a perception check to see if there's anything.
Okay. So you don't notice anything in here as you're giving it the once over, other than a tired dwarf.
Boy, I'm really tempted. She's an expert at the big beetles. I'm really tempted to ask her if she's heard any stories of
Sure.
mind control beetles.
You could.
All right, well that's what I do then. I said, excuse me, I know that you are experts in the large beetles that drive the caravan. Have you heard stories of beetles? I've heard legends of beetles that are used to control other people. That they actually can control others with their thoughts if they're implanted into them.
I have. I believe you are referring to shaquat beetles. I have heard of these. I have not seen them, but I have heard that many caravans are being used to smuggle them. From what I hear, they're horrid things, and they disable your psychic abilities, which would be, of course, for me a horrible thing because that's how I make my living. I have no idea. I wouldn't be surprised if there were some on this caravan, because Bresrick, really, I mean, I don't know if you know him or not. He's kind of shifty. I don't really trust him. I'm here just looking after the Melik beetles, which are pulling this. That's all I really care about. Make sure that they're taken care of, because Bresrick doesn't care anything about them. He would push them over their limits. It would be horrible. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so why do you ask?
Shifty. No, I heard this story about the beetles, and it creeps me out too. So I'm worried about it, and I worry about Besrick too, because he does not seem like somebody who can be completely trusted. Anyway, you have any ideas where Besrick might keep items like that? Is there some place on this ship that I should stay away from because I am terrified of the idea of a beetle controlling my mind?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I would imagine he'd hide it in his cabin. I don't know, or in the cargo bay maybe. We have lots of cargo down there.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't really go down there because it's not my job. But and I certainly don't go into his cabin. Who knows?
There was a hootenanny down there like the other night. Though. That was pretty great.
I heard about that. They distracted my slaves.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, slaves. They do.
I know.
They
I had
they
to
like
kill
the
them.
music.
Oh, dear.
This is the most racist episode of Dark Side.
Slaves are worthless. Their lives are meaningless. just
whatever
the way it is.
You got to give them their moment of joy, because that's all they get.
That's right. Then they die because they were not following my orders.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, old lady.
I will assume that's some kind of affectionate
where he comes
type
from.
of-
Yes.
That's a term of love.
Indeed.
All right.
Respected
Same
elder,
term
I
he
mean.
uses for his mom.
Respected elder.
That's much better. Thank you.
All right.
I'll go pick up your water. And,
Well, thank you.
Yeah, let's
I'll
do
be
that.
here. My shift doesn't start. I've got one of my junior drivers up, making sure the beetles don't kill us all. So.
Thank you for that.
We like that too.
Yes. Much appreciated.
All right.
So,
Let's
do
leave.
you want to head down?
now.
Well, let's head to the kitchens next. Because was that a place that we had not searched? Was the kitchen?
You have not searched the kitchen. So the kitchen is the only unmarked block on the main deck that you're on right now. And I didn't mark it because I forgot to.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll go to the kitchen. We've got a reason. Hooray!
That's right.
All right. Yes, we're gonna get some water for the lady, for the
So you go into the
Bug
kitchen,
driving lady.
and you notice. Well, you don't notice. You see Quen, who is the master of provisions, who is a seriously old human man. And he looks up. He's preparing the evening stew. So you see a bunch of parts of things going into a big pot,
Yum, yum, yum.
simmering away.
Parts of things stew, my favorite kind of stew.
It's delicious. And he looks up and he says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, sorry, we're here just to pick up some water for Veshra.
Well, water is down on the cargo deck. I don't keep it up here.
And has everything been safe here? We're just also doing a check of the area to make sure that no kitchen utensils have been stolen or
Security check.
With a dining hall from
There's
from
been
school.
an incident with the master's cabin, and you also know about the incident where the person brought back stood in line and got 6 different bowls of stew. So we're trying to make sure that everything's okay.
The stew is delicious. I don't blame him.
Yeah, it's true. That's what I hear too.
No argument here.
And you see he's drinking something that is certainly not water as he's talking to you. And he laughs hysterically at his joke about the stew.
That's always a good signal. That's what you want from your cook.
But all my utensils seem to be where they were when I left them before.
That's good.
I'm getting old, so I may not have noticed them missing. But all I really need is a cleaver and a hammer, and it should be fine. So that's.
Okay.
Is there anywhere, as we look around, is there anywhere in this kitchen that could possibly hide a bunch of beetles?
Well, certainly there are lots of places that could contain beetles. They look like they contain food, and in Athos, food is also sometimes beetles. So there are
Fair enough.
There are dead beetles in this room. Everyone who was briefed by the Veiled Alliance would know that these beetles are living. They have to be alive to perform their duty, so they've been transported alive. And you notice the beetles and other insects that are in the kitchen are common types of foodstuffs that you would all be familiar with. While it would perhaps be you could hide maybe 1 or 2 beetles in here, they are all dead, so the moving would really tip you off.
Okay.
And nothing's moving other than the cook, and he's swaying unsteadily.
All right. So how does the cargo deck look as far as being searched? Because that's where the water is, and we said we were going to get water if we don't want to do anything suspicious. We should get her some water.
So you have searched the cargo bay. The handler's room has not been searched. You peeked into the water room. You don't know what the room next to that is, or the room next to that.
Okay.
Can we, before we leave the kitchen, can we grab where could we get a glass to bring back a glass of water for the lady?
Are you asking the cook? Or are you
Yes.
just asking me? Oh, he says there are mugs in the water room. So
All
just
right, excellent.
Take
Thank
a
you.
mug.
All right, let's go downstairs to the water room then.
All right, you go to the water room. It is there's a guard. Well, no, there's not a guard. It is open. You go in there. You see huge casks of water. You are quite impressed with the amount of water you see in here. I don't. Well, except for Carlos, because Carlos has seen a river. But
Yeah, did we mention that Regdar almost drowned a man?
yes.
Insight check.
He's telling the truth. So you
It's really a good thing he's not in the water room right now, because he would surely find a way to drown himself.
So these casks, Scott, I wanted to ask. These casks are large. Are they large enough? Should we check the casks to see if there might be false casks that are not full of water but instead full of beetles?
Sure. So if you want to roll a search check, as you're looking, all of you, 3 of you are looking through the room. You're moving casks and shaking them to see
16.
if there would be anything. You move them to see if there's maybe a false bottom in this room.
I also got 16.
And with 2 16s and an 8, you're fairly certain there's only water in this room.
All right. Let's get some water for the lady with a mug. And then Scale? You wanna go upstairs,
Sure,
nip upstairs and get
guys can,
the lady the water, and then come back?
For sure. So I go up and I give Veshra the glass or mug of water.
She says, "Thank you, child."
Well, thank you for keeping this cargo safe and keeping the beetles happy, because someone needs to care for the beetles.
You are one of the only people who appreciates the hard work that we're doing. Thank you very much.
Indeed.
That stupid Bresrek doesn't care.
Ugh, how could he?
That's right. How could
The
he?
worst.
He is the worst. Those purple pants. Ugh.
Who does he think he is?
I heard he has a thing for Thrycreen now.
Oh.
Katsuka, you've got a chance.
Rumor has it.
Him.
I'm so in.
Word on the caravan.
Rumors.
Through the caravan.
Oh.
All right.
Oh. So what are you, Presta and Carlos? What are you guys doing? Well,
Check the room next to the water and see what's
Yep, I
in
wanna see
there.
what that is.
all right. Give me some search checks. So this room is a provisions room. It's full of like dried rations, other provisions. Rope is in here.
Oh, good. 9 for me.
Is by search is that
Investigate maybe now. What is it called now?
Investigation.
Investigation. There you go.
in that case I get a 20.
All right, so Presta, as you are running your hand along the wall that separates the provision room that you're in with a room that is next door to you, which you guys peek into. I didn't draw there's a door there. You peek
Okay.
in, and it's a locker room.
Thought that was suspicious.
Yes, this is a secret door. There's a room with no door. I forgot to draw the door in. A panel slides aside, revealing a hidden compartment. Inside, you can make out the dim shapes of wicker cages, carefully stacked.
Oh no.
Notice a strange clicking sound.
I pulled my hand out as fast as I can.
And that's all you know at the moment, because you've just kind of slid it apart a little.
Carlos, I think we may have pay dirt here.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Well, now what?
Do we,
What do we do with them?
I thought you guys would know.
As this is happening, Scale, you notice Bresrek and Holtet walking down to the cargo deck with a couple of guards.
Okay, I very loudly go, "Oh, Bresrek, Holtec." I'm outside the hallway, right? I'm not in yet because I was getting the water.
Right, you are upstairs. You're on the deck above, and you see them chomping down the staircase going to the cargo deck.
Perfect. I stop them for a second, and I
Dan,
walk
Steve.
with them
So
really
you're
loudly. I'm like,
over here.
"Bresrek, Bresrek."
They're so much better at this than we are.
Bresrek, come over here. And I say it as loudly as I can.
Can we hear that?
Perception checks from Carlos and Presta.
16.
13.
All right, so you hear a commotion coming,
All right.
and you think you make out Scale saying something. You can't quite hear.
Let's.
Well, I mean, since I know we're being sneaky, any kind of commotion means it's time to boogie. Is there an obvious way to close this panel that I opened?
You cannot figure out a way. You're fiddling with it, and as you fiddle with it, the door opens, and you hear Scale saying, "Oh, Bresrek, you don't need to go in there."
Can we quickly hop through into the other room or what?
You can.
Yes, let's do that.
So you hop through. Now I did not draw this. So this room only has one door, which I did not draw. So I'll draw it right now. Oop.
Okay.
Make it super faint.
Nice.
That's fine.
Because that's
I can see
helpful. All right.
It's dimly lit.
And so you, there's only one way in. So Bresrek walks in with Holtet. I'm drawing things now.
Is there anything in this room to hide
Holtet
behind?
and Scale, I think.
Yes, that is true, and a rectangle that I've
So
selected.
Bezrek's gonna let Scale come into the room with him.
He does, and there's also 2 guards with him.
Okay.
So he goes there.
Watch this, Tony. They're going to blow this in epic fashion. They're going to need us to save their butts. I can see it.
There. Actually, just 1 guard is with him, and he's outside there. And so Bresrek sees the hidden compartment has been open, and hears the clicking. Everyone in the room can clearly hear clicking now. And he says, "Well, it seems we've discovered our smugglers." And he points to you, Presta, and Carlos.
No, we're in the other room. We're in that other room.
Right, well, the door is open, though. He can see you.
Damn.
Oh, so it's a doorway and not a door. Okay. I see.
Exactly. And he says, "Tell me why I shouldn't leave your beetles to die in the sun. How much are they worth to you?"
Our beetles? They're your beetles.
They're not our beetles. We think
Please put them out in the sun to die.
Yes, let's do it because
You clearly came here to feed these beetles and tend to them.
Do we have any food?
What were we feeding them?
I don't know what you feed beetles. What am I?
Neither do we.
Old leathery dwarf. Take that, Vashra.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say that
doesn't like
she's
you, by
smuggling
the way.
beetles?
He says, this can all go away for the right price. Otherwise,
All right, we will accept 500 gold pieces.
You can have all the beetles.
I don't want the beetles.
We don't want the beetles either.
He says
We don't even know that the beetles are here.
He turns to Holtet and says, get rid of those things. And so Holtet and the guards start taking out wicker baskets of these big, clacking beetles.
You guys should be really careful with those, because if they get under your skin, they will turn you into a zombie.
I've got you.
I have heard that, and that's why we've all heard the rumors of people smuggling these beetles in caravans.
So if
and
it's
I am
not you,
shocked to hear, this is Brezrek.
I'm going to make an insight check to see if
Yeah.
just
Even these NPCs are better at lying than we are.
9.
22 on my insight check.
Oh, well, now I have to roll. A 9 fails.
Yes, well, Carlos is used to failure.
Aw. Carlos isn't so far on the winning team. This team has discovered the beetle.
I abandoned my old pal.
said anything about teams here.
There's no winning in Dungeons and Dragons.
Erica seems to be doing a lot better than most of us.
Well, that's true. They're certainly losing at Dungeons and Dragons.
Rolling high, making the right choices, not telling implausible lies. It's kind of not fair to the rest of us.
Wait a minute, are we
not good
supposed to
at
try to win? Because I haven't really been following it.
Well,
Steve, do you even know how to try?
so, Presta, you sense that Brezrek is not telling the whole truth. But you do also sense that he is not going to change his mind, except for the blatant bribe that he wants from you.
I got
Now
nothing
you
to
have two
run with,
choices. Brezrek says, we've dealt with the beetles, and I assume that you people are just being hapless dupes. If you pay me a little bit of gold, maybe 50 gold pieces, I can forget all about this, and we can go about our merry way. I will not leave you to die in the desert with your beetles.
So, Scale,
A, they're not my beetles. B, I wouldn't die in the desert.
Scale, what's our mission here? Is our mission to find the source of the beetle smugglers?
Yeah, to find who's smuggling the beetles.
And where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So you found them. This is a clue.
We just don't know who it is.
So do we get the sense that Bezrak and Holtet are not involved in the beetle smuggling?
Or not fully
with
involved.
that insight check?
Well, Carlos, you believe that Brezrek is outraged, and he believes that you are the smugglers. Presta thinks that Brezrek is lying about something. And no one, Holtet is just standing there moving stuff, so he seems surprised with the beetles. He doesn't even want to touch them, but he's been told to move them. So
First of all, how many baskets are there?
There are. Well, that's a good question. You would think that perhaps the adventure would tell me that. It does not. Let's say there are 4 baskets of beetles.
All right, so
how many beetles is that?
So we'll say that there are 3 beetles in each basket, so that's a total of 12 beetles.
And is Holtat able to carry all 4 baskets at once?
So he's moving. He can pick up 2, and the human guard that's with him can pick up 1. So currently they have 3. Holtet does not look. Neither the guard or Holtet look pleased to carrying these things because these are ugly beetles.
Carlos says,
guys,
why are we even taking the beetles out of here? Why don't we just kill them right here?
We are taking care of this, smugglers. They're going to be fine. We're putting them in the cargo hold, and
why would you put them in the cargo hold? They are dangerous animals that can do horrible things. Why would you not kill them immediately upon discovery?
First, I want to deal with the smugglers that are clearly on my caravan, and
well, I'm not
deal
the
with
smuggler.
your illicit trade.
I'm not the smuggler. I'm happy for you to kill them right here and now. Why won't you?
It's my caravan. I do what I want.
Are you... Well, so what are you going to do? Sell them to another smuggler? I don't think your
Wait,
employer.
are you accusing me of being a smuggler?
I don't know. Why won't you kill the bugs? They're not my bugs. I'm having to kill them. I will smash them right here with my warhammer if you like.
You notice 3 more guards. Up
All
here.
right. I think things are getting a little out of hand.
How many gold pieces do I have?
Did anything start in hand?
I have enough to pay him off, so I'll say, okay. How about? I think maybe you're right, and maybe we should just come to an agreement.
This is the first sensible thing. I don't know if this little group has a leader, but this elf, very level-headed for a smuggler.
This is true. Not a smuggler.
I look at him knowingly and just sort of nod like as you would know. So how about I give you 40 gold pieces, which is what I've got on me right here, and we pretend none of this ever happened, and you don't have to tell any sorts of authorities about any smugglers, and then that means no authorities need to find out that anybody on this caravan was smuggling something as dangerous as these beetles.
That sounds fair. Give me the money.
All right, I just hand over 40 gold pieces.
All right, and he says, "Guards, let's go." And Holteth and the guards, the other guard comes, he takes the last basket, and off they go.
I follow them.
They put them in the cargo bay,
Where?
and you see at the bottom of the cargo bay, you see there are these weird misshapen boxes, which are doors. I'm not very good at drawing things in Roll20. It's a secret that I'm telling you. So they put them right by the doors, and Bresrick says, "You two," he points to 2 guards, "don't move. Guard these things. They're dangerous."
I wouldn't touch him if I were you.
I wouldn't touch them either, says the guard. They do not appear to be pleased to have this. In fact, it's your good old friends Toby and McGuire, and they are clearly being punished for their earlier lax and nonsensical stories with this detail. They do not look happy, and they're kind of shooting daggers. Actually, they don't. All 3 of you have not weren't the ones.
They're shooting daggers at us.
Metaphorically.
I see. Just staring daggers of hate at us.
Exactly.
Sweet, does one of us have a dagger gun? That would be awesome.
And so Bresrick goes back up to his cabin. Well, you don't know where he goes, but he goes back upstairs. And Holteth goes outside to talk to some guards out there.
Okay, well, I think we should head back to the. I just sort of motion up, away, so we can go talk away from Toby and McGuire to head back to the guards' chamber.
Yeah, I feel. We should go back and do we run into our? I don't know where our guys are. Are they still walking around in the desert or what?
Well, eventually they come back in, and
All right.
They meet you and say, "What's happening?"
All right.
Hey, what's happening?
Our guards.
So how hard was it?
We had a great walk, by the way.
So we looked in some rooms, and like the 3rd room we came to, we found a secret panel with beetles in it.
Whoa! You guys
it's
were able
always
to break
the
in. You were able to search more than one room without getting caught.
Well, we did get caught.
I roll insight to see if they're lying.
We did get caught. We did have to spend some gold for Bezrak, and he might be hiding something.
He's definitely hiding something. I
mean,
have no question of it
Was
whatsoever.
it possible that he was hiding the beetles?
So the beetles are down in the cargo bay now.
They are
so
no
we
longer
got it out in
hidden.
the open.
Aren't we supposed to destroy them?
No.
No, we got to find out where they come from. So
Yeah.
I'm just wondering whether we want to keep an eye on the beetles. Maybe if we're all working different shifts, maybe we keep
One person
keep
watching
watch
the cargo bay.
and see if somebody feeds the beetles or interacts with the beetles in some way. Because somebody is going to be upset now that their secret panel with beetles behind it has been moved to the in plain sight in the cargo bay.
In your search, did you encounter anybody that seemed suspicious and might be harboring beetles?
Bezrak himself seemed pretty suspicious. He's hiding something. I don't know if he's the one who is smuggling the beetles or if he is just working with the beetle smuggler, but he did not seem like he was telling the truth, and he refused to kill the beetles, which is what we suggested, and demanded a bribe. So, I may want to toss his quarters myself later just to get my 40 gold back.
What about anybody else who might seem like they are the ones smuggling the beetles?
Haven't found anybody else that seems suspicious.
No?
Nobody else. We did check some elves' quarters next to us. They didn't say why they're there, but they haven't left their room, and they also have a deal with Bezarak not to be searched or disturbed.
Well, that
they didn't
seems
seem-
pretty suspicious.
It does, but they weren't acting suspicious. I'm pretty good at reading people, so I didn't notice anything weird with them, and I'm very good at reading elves.
You elves would stick together.
It's true.
No, I'm very good at reading people. For example, I pointed at Carlos. Like he looks like the kind of guy who would run straight at danger, and
This is back run straight at danger
that
right
guy
now.
that guy looks like he's an ordinary guy, but I'm not sure I buy it. And I pointed at Amla. I'm going, I'm just not going to get attached to.
What? I am Amlal the Invincible. I will have you know.
Presta, you get inspiration. That is quite amusing.
Do you think would there be more to be learned by searching the place where the beetles were concealed, or do you think we've learned what we can from that?
So you guys, the characters who were there when the beetles were being removed, kind of peeked into the cavity that was like a little compartment that held the 4 baskets, and it was a plain. I mean, you didn't do a thorough search, so theoretically there could be, I suppose, a hidden door or something in there. But looking at it, there was nothing of interest other than the baskets of beetles.
It's not as though the people smuggling the beetles were just happened to find, luckily, this cargo compartment, right? So
That is true.
clearly Bezrak put them there and presumably got paid handsomely.
Well, you would know. Well, Presta would know certainly, and anyone else who's worked on a caravan would know that many people have access to the caravan. So Brezrek, being the caravan master, certainly has access, but every other person has access as well.
But someone would have to know it's there.
Yes, someone knew. One assumes whoever put it there knew it was there.
I think those Toby and Maguire guys look shifty.
Well, they don't seem happy about what they're doing. But
And so between the time
We should get them some stew.
the beetles being removed and you guys reconvening, about 40 minutes or so have passed.
Oh wow.
Okay, who's in the cargo bay right now?
Imagine the Beatles.
Nobody is in the cargo bay. You're all in the
I'll
cargo
head,
room
I'll
talking
head
to
to
each
the
other.
cargo bay while you guys discuss, just to...
Yeah, I can very easily shuffle down there and start off another hootenanny.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
Cargo Bay hootenanny is my specialty.
So
you ever seen Beatles dance?
in the pale moonlight. If you scale, you head down into the cargo bay, and you see it is full of cargo. There are the normal slaves, stevedores moving stuff around. What you notice is not there are both Toby nor Maguire, nor Beetles.
Dope.
What?
Back for like 40, 45 minutes and everything falls apart.
I don't
Hey,
think
at
this
least
is
we
possibly our
built-
fault.
At least we built something to fall apart.
I go closer to search to see if the beetles are, like, if there's any clues to, you know, where Toby and Maguire are, if there's anything, like they've been...
Like a trail of
Like if
chitin.
there's... Like if the locks have been broken or just like removed.
You search for chitin or ichor. You find neither.
Oh man.
But it was a good, and you all notice that the caravan has stopped.
Oh great.
Really?
Yes, and you think, well, it's a couple hours before sunset, so it seems unusual that the caravan would have stopped.
Oh dear.
Alright, I suggest we surface and keep an eye on, because I mean, what if they're trying to offload them?
Yeah. Let's go outside.
Okay.
So who's going outside? Dan apparently has gone outside.
I'm going to climb up onto the top deck, and it seems like from there would be a good vantage point of anything that might be going on off to the sides.
Okay,
I will just
so
go
Keshka goes
outside.
there. Preston
I will
goes
follow
outside.
Presta outside.
Where's Carlos and Scale going?
I'm gonna go outside as well, but I'm gonna go down to see Veshra if
Okay.
she was the one that was on shift.
Veshra, no one's in the driver's office, so you assume she's up on the bridge.
Okay, I go to the bridge just to ask her if this is an abnormal thing.
Okay, so everybody is at a point at which you can see that you have stopped because you are at an unusual in that it is there, an oasis, and next to it is a large white tent. There are people milling about the tent. There's a large kind of vehicle next to it, so it seems as though a trader has set up next to this oasis.
That seems suspicious.
And
Yes.
Vashra, you talk to Presta, you talk to Vashra. No, Scale, you talk to Vashra. So many names. And she says, yeah, we just came across this oasis, so we're going to stop for the night because it's an oasis. And we were going to stop a couple hours from now anyway, so we might as well stop with a ready supply of water and not use our own water. And she makes it clear that this was her idea to stop because she reported to the Outriders, reported to her that there was an oasis. She told Bresrick. Bresrick said, okay, if you think we should stop, we should stop. And so they did.
I go back to the group just to let them know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you guys see...
Seems like a really good place to unload some beetles.
And you see this tent. There's a tent. There's an oasis. And
Do we see Toby or McGuire around anywhere?
You see Toby is battening down the wheels of the thing so that it doesn't kind of roll away. As
I'm going to go have a word with him.
Okay.
Hey, you, Toby.
Yes.
What happened to those beetles?
The big ones that are pulling the caravan?
No, the ones that were in the cargo bay in the little cages.
Oh, so Bresrek relieved us, and I went to sleep because I was working overtime. I don't know. I'm assuming they're in the cargo bay.
Can I get a inconspicuous glance at his back and see if there's large and lumpy and misshapen?
Sure. Roll a perception.
Right. Or look
do
at
that.
it if he's got glassy eyes.
Yeah, I'll just see if he looks like anything. If he looks like his normal Toby-tastic self. 21.
He looks fantastically Toby-like.
Oh, classic Toby.
He's too dumb to be mind controlled.
That is so Toby.
He is just chilling with this wheel. He says, hey, could you help me with this? It's heavy.
Drop the wheel on his foot.
He hops on one foot.
Poor Toby.
And is like, why are you so mean to me?
Sorry, I just really want to know what happened to those beetles.
We're gonna get this guy fired.
My brother was named Toby.
We're gonna get this guy fired. We could at least not crush his foot.
He'll be fine.
I just do what I'm told.
I batten down the wheel thing, fine. I help him.
Excellent, thank you. He says thank you.
Better be thankful.
And you see people setting up fires and getting water from the oasis. You notice a woman comes out of the tent. It's a big white tent. And she gestures to some guards and says, oh, you can come in. We can happily share our meager provisions with you. As is the way at Oasis, is when people meet at Oasis, is they
As you
pool
do.
their resources.
It's an Oasis thing.
Is this
So
a
sweet.
trader group that I know of?
You can roll to see if you know.
That would be, I don't know.
They're all humans, so they're not. It's not an elven group. You can roll. I don't know what that would be. Let's say history, your own history, to see if you.
Personal history roll, 17.
You know for a fact that you've not worked with these folks before. They don't seem. They're not flying any banners of any particular houses, so you would guess that this is an independent trader, perhaps, or someone who has just traveling in between. The woman is a beautiful woman. She seems like she's well-to-do. She has several guards with her that are all wearing kind of similar livery. So she seems like she's just traveling.
Is there any form of transport nearby? How do they get out to this oasis?
Yes. So there is a large kind of wagony thing that has a spot for someone to sit. And only one spot for someone to sit shaded, and you notice a lot of footsteps and things as though the guards were kind of walking behind it, and you see some, let's say, kanks are grazing by the oasis that were used to pull this wagon.
Why does it always have to be kanks?
Well, she offered some guards to go in to trade
Yes.
and have provisions, so I joined them. Since
All
I'm a
right.
guard.
You are a guard.
I'm like, thank you.
Oh, it's a
I'm going
map.
to leap down from the top deck and kind of head over towards the tent.
It's another
I see that
hideous
like a
map.
Matrix move.
Yes. So let's see. Scale goes into the tent. and you see a bunch of guards just kind of standing around. There's this big table here that looks like a bench. That's a big table. It is festooned with a variety of food and drink. You see some guards just walking around. You see it's a very lavish tent, so I put the carpets down to express how lavish they were. Because nothing says lavish like carpets.
Jeez.
Just to say that it is not the sand there.
This is one of the nicest oasis tents I have ever seen.
This is the nicest oasis tent any
that's
of
what
you
I
have
meant.
ever seen.
It's super lavish.
It is well appointed.
Look, two rugs.
Yeah, the second rug is really actually.
I've never seen a dual ruggage tent before. This is
no.
magnificent.
It's fancy.
It's like we have so many rugs, we could just put one rug over another rug, and it just doesn't even matter.
That's crazy.
It's all the rage in the finer circles on Athos.
Some people should not be allowed to have more than one rug.
And you have to think. You think to yourselves that this is everyone who's in the tent. So who else goes into the tent?
I'll go
I'm
with
in the
it.
tent.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not going in the tent. I will sort of just kind of hang around outside, but I'm keeping an eye on the caravan just to see if I see anybody unloading any baskets of beetles or anything.
Okay, so the caravan, you can watch it and I'll let you know if anything unusual happens with the caravan. I assume you're by the tent flap, so you can run in there if you like.
Exactly.
And Regdar and Almlal, are you both in the tent as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
very
going in the
excited
tent.
about the rugs.
So you all are in the tent, other than Presta. You notice these orange things are just fires that are lit, braziers.
Oh, sweet braziers. Best tents have them.
And you all see this well-appointed tent. There are rugs all over the place. There are many chairs, and you think to yourselves that this is an astounding display of wealth, because you know that these guards have to pack all this stuff up every time they move and unpack it. So it takes probably at least 3 hours just to set this thing up.
Regdar would like to study the rugs and see if he could learn anything about their origins.
By the way, what is that outside of the tent to the east? Is that the Millennium Falcon?
That's a wagon.
That is
No,
a
the
wagon.
Millennium
Oh, that's a
Falcon is
wagon.
back here, you guys.
It's a laser turret.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I knew it was around here somewhere.
Yeah, so you look at the rugs, you can roll history, and Regdar knows, well, you don't even need to roll. Regdar knows more than anyone needs to know about these rugs.
Regdar experimented a lot with rugs in college.
Weaving.
I want to know what that means, Regdar.
Well, he was thinking about whether we rugs or pottery, and so he tried a lot of rugs.
Yeah.
And decided to go with pottery.
No, smart play.
So
the money's in pot. The money's really in pottery.
I agree. It's very rare that you go into an ancient dungeon somewhere and find 1,000-year-old rugs. They rot. But pottery,
Tapestries, I mean, they're just rugs hung on the wall.
pottery is forever.
That is true. Pottery is forever.
It's tricky though, because you start with pottery and then you get into your
It's
more
it's more of a gateway art.
yeah,
gateway
it's
craft.
gateway art to more complicated rugs.
Like figures of heroines.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Is this are we learning a lesson here today?
I hope not.
I don't know what's going on.
That's one to grow on, really.
Yeah. See, there's a problem though with
the more you
rug
know.
dealers is that they're always, rug dealers. They're always closing up.
Well, ever since the war on rugs was launched, really.
It's an
There's
unwinnable
constantly the rug dealer's got a going out of business sale going on, and then you come back next week and he's still got a going out of business sale.
Are we done?
Is that a
I'm not
bench
sure.
or is that a?
Anybody got any more?
Yes.
Is it a? What is the?
So that bench that looks like a bench is actually a table that is festooned with a variety of delicious treats. And a woman approaches, who
Let's craft services.
she's a beautiful woman. She says, "Welcome, travelers. Feel free to make yourself at home and have some provisions if you like. I'm just on my way to Urk, and I am happy to meet fellow travelers."
I look at my fellow companions and say, I'm a little worried about this beautiful woman in her giant tent. I wonder if
That right in front of her face?
no, I just
He is standing right in front of you.
off to the side. I'm like, are we
Carlos
sure?
never really
Carlos,
learned how to do right here.
Are we sure that this seems too good to be true? I say in a way that is not out of character to suggest we all might want to do a perception check on what is around us.
Well, you can always do a perception check. So, whoever would like to proceed.
That's a 16 for me.
Yeah, I'll do one as well.
Sure.
That would be a 14 for me.
17 for me.
So, I mean, you all look about, and it seems like it's a big tent full of people. You see the guards. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
yes,
8, 9 guards.
That's a lot of guards.
They all have scimitars.
Oh, dear.
They are just kind of hanging out. They don't look like they're particularly tense.
Ha!
See?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
But they are
Oh.
intent.
This was.
Jeez, Tony, that was me level.
And so, let's see. The woman walks up to. She just kind of is chatting with you all, and so she says, "Oh, half giants. My cousin is a half giant."
So, does that make you like what, a quarter giant? Eighth giant?
Well, I'm related to his human half.
Oh, that's a pity.
You're half human, half giant. Come on.
Whoa.
Oh, watch out now. So Dan, does 16 hit you?
16.
What?
Melee?
Oh,
What?
dear.
Wait, did she just punch me?
Casey.
No, don't worry.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'll
I
explain
can't hear you.
myself.
Don't worry. Though.
My
It's just a
armor.
question about your armor class. It could be anything. It's innocent.
It could
Are we
be
talking- where's
friendly.
it? Okay, my armor
Don't
class.
be alarmed, Dan, but how many hit points do you have left?
Now,
How attack are you
I look
taking?
sad. I look woefully at Preston like it was. We never knew each other that long. Poof. My armor class is in fact 16.
Okay, so she makes a joke and she touches your shoulder, and you feel a little heady. You feel a little woozy.
That's tough. 'Cause my head is way up there.
You're not sure what's going on, but yeah. And she continues to talk to you and laugh, but nothing else. She touched your arm, and you felt a little queasy.
My hair is standing on end.
The half giants in love.
She's so pretty.
He's half giant, but all in love.
Aw.
Oh dear. So let's
Okay. Well, I guess Yeah, that's great.
All right, I'm just telling you what's happening, man.
Do I notice anything about that, or just would I think anything strange about that, or is that just like, oh, maybe I had too much sand. It all went to my head.
Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah, that's
Heat
my strong
stroke.
suit. That's my strong suit for sure. I is smart. Intelligence, you say?
Yes.
Okay. 6.
Sounds about
No,
right.
you just think you've been working really hard.
You stood up too fast. You're very tall.
Yes. And then she is laughing. She tells you a joke. And then
That's a good one.
She whispers something to you. Roll a wisdom save at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Wow.
Yes.
Someone remind me what the hell the how to.
You roll 2d20 and take the level.
I know I meant the code.
KL2.
Oh, there's a code.
Roll D20 KL2.
2d20 KL2, I think. KL1. 2d20 KL1.
There we go. 6.
Okay.
Wow.
That's not great.
Nice knowing all of you.
So Dan dies.
Necessarily. And so your character is not immune to being charmed, is he?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure not.
Okay. And so she is laughing, and then she says, Umlal, I think it'd be a great idea if you attacked Carlos.
Oh, come on now.
He has been getting on my nerves.
You feel compelled to do it, but you also feel like you could resist if you want,
How could I resist?
by just not doing it.
I'm not gonna do
By
it.
trying.
Okay. So
Done.
you
Easy.
decide not to do it, and pain racks through your body You take 23 psychic damage,
Oh my
Holy
god.
cow!
Oh my god.
and you feel like you take all of that damage because you did not do what she told you to do.
Ow.
But she says, "No, seriously,
Hey.
kill them all, and we will roll initiative."
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm glad we did that perception check. It said this was all fine.
It's all great.
I have a 22.
I have a 21.
1 second.
Mine's a 9.
All right. So what is hers? I wrote this down.
Oh man, that wouldn't even help me. When I'm raging, I have resistance to all damage, except psychic damage.
Sad.
Ooh.
Oh man, I'm not gonna last long, guys. That was
sorry.
well over the bulk of my hit points.
Thanks for not
your-
hitting me.
Your initiative modifier is just your dexterity.
All right, Tony, what did you get?
Sorry, I was figuring stuff out. I think my modifier is 0, so... Oh, whoops.
Oh man.
Jason types 11, rolls 11.
Well, I mean, that's what I got. Is
All right, Jason got 11. Dan, what did you get?
7.
All right, so Tony and Dan, which would you like? You can either decide who goes. It's new in 5th edition. It's very polite. You two, if there's a tie, you can decide who goes first.
How about we not let the charmed guy go?
Wait! I need a
I'll
fighting
go-
chance! Yeah,
I'll
Tony
go first. I'll go
All right,
first.
Tony's going first.
It's agreed.
Erica, what's your initiative?
21.
All right.
Jeez.
Jeez, I want whatever dice Eric
All
is
right.
using.
It's my brand new one. It's the colors of the Edmonton Oilers, so I think that's why they have no luck themselves. It's all in this die, you guys.
Sports.
Is that orange and blue?
I don't
It is,
understand
with
sport.
white-
That's my
uh,
high school colors too, so
Georgia?
Mets.
clearly not working out for me.
I got a.
I have the fancy purple and gold.
I got a 8.
All right, so you go before Tony.
Hmm.
And Steve, you got a 22, you said.
I got a 22, yes.
Okay, Ketchka, you go first. So what you saw is everything seemed fine. You were kind of drifting towards the table to maybe have a snack, and you see the beautiful woman whose tent this is caress, like maybe not caress, that's a strong word, perhaps touch Umlal's elbow, and then whisper something in his ear, and then Umlal screams in pain, and then she yells, "Kill them all!"
So just another normal day at the Oasis.
No, it happens.
Just another day. All right. Let's see. So if I appear to be standing right next to a guard with a scimitar over here, which is poor placement on my part, I admit, but
That is true.
I can't. There isn't such a thing as shifting away from this guy anymore, is there? I have to disengage.
You can shift all you want around the guy, as long as you do not leave 5 feet from him.
Right.
You
So
will
I
not get an
can't.
opportunity attack, but you
I
can
can't actually
disengage.
get out of his range without using an action, right?
That is correct.
All right.
Without provoking an opportunity attack.
Gotcha. So what I will do is I will cast a cantrip called Blade Ward,
Oh.
which consumes my action. Until the end of my next turn, I have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks, which I would assume would handle scimitar
Yes,
damage.
you know, scimitars are slashing.
Okay. And
hard
I
to
see Amlal staggering over there, and I can tell that he's hurting badly. So I'm going to cast a healing word.
No, don't heal him. He's under their mental control.
What, you want him to go down?
Yeah.
Duh.
Wow, what a figure.
Why?
I didn't like his brother, and I don't like him.
Well, I presume he's got some way that he can save against this periodically.
Well, he failed his save already.
Right, but he gets another one next turn, right?
Well, you don't know.
I was gonna try to knock him out, but you don't know that because
No, you're right. I don't.
You're right. You don't know what control he's under, and he just cried out in pain. So you
I
might
don't.
want to heal
My
him.
feeling
logically.
is losing one of our tanks in a room with 9 guards is a really bad idea.
Fair
And
enough.
The odds of him coming back from the
All right.
brink at some point.
Okay, do it then.
Believe in me.
I believe in you, man. I believe in you. All right, so I'm gonna cast a healing word at him. ol Omlaw.
Oh.
And, that is a bonus action, so I'm able to do that.
Bonus.
And that only does...
Well, actually, you can only cast one thing per turn, so even though it's a bonus action, you can't cast Healing Word after. It's true. Look it up in the rules. You cannot cast that.
That's crap.
I thought
Okay.
wait, you can't. I thought you could do a cantrip in a bonus action. No, I thought
Can you? Well, let's check the rules. Maybe
Let's
cantrips
go
are
to
different.
the video tape.
Rules lawyering. Here it is.
I was just asking.
Well, I could be wrong.
I could be wrong too. We could all be wrong. All of us could be wrong.
I have
It's
no
unlikely
idea
that
how
all of
this
us could be
works.
wrong.
Let's see.
A little bit of rule lookup music for you here.
I like this. Casting a spell. Goodness.
This is... Where's the index?
I'm reading the
at the back.
magic rules.
This is all gold, people.
It is. Well, I cannot find this rule. So let's just say you can as long as it's a cantrip. We'll go with Dan's interpretation of the rules because I can't find the actual rule.
Wow, okay. Well, in that case, Healing Word it is! Which may turn out to be a dumb thing to do anyway, but what the hell?
I found it.
Oh,
He's
all right,
right.
Erica. I'm right or Dan's right?
Dan is right. You can't cast another spell during the same turn except for a cantrip with a casting time of 1 action.
Ah, there you go.
Ting! Beautiful.
Oh, Dan.
And,
We'll die.
wow.
I knew it. This game was rigged against me from the start.
Not from the start, just from right now.
Oh, okay. That's better.
All right, so I end up with a 2 plus my my spellcasting modifier, which is a 4. So he gets 6 points of damage. Or 6 points of hit points.
Why?
6 points of damage removed.
Excellent. And now it is.
Turn out to be
Were there such a thing as
horrible
bloodied,
mistake.
I would maybe no longer be it.
There is no such concept as bloodied anymore.
No.
Where there were. Where there was. Was there?
Was there were?
Where there was now. And so you
maybe half
see
giants.
the woman suddenly drops the illusion, and she turns into a large
Giant woman.
half woman, half lion.
What?
Did not see that coming.
That ain't right.
Oh, we've got lion tattoos. She's going to love us.
Again, I'm glad we rolled perception earlier.
Well, you know, you failed. And she, who is she?
And
next
then
to?
Katy Perry climbs up her back.
She's right next to good old Regdar. And
Good old
Good old
Regdar.
Regdar. How I hate him.
so she's holding a dagger, and she has claws, so she's going to claw and stab Regdar.
Well, I don't.
Or at least try.
Is this a situation where magic can help me?
Well,
Too bad you don't know any
have
magic and are just a
shield?
regular guy.
Actually, that's against magic attacks, so no. Does a 15 hit Regdar?
15 versus.
AC.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of not hard to not hit Regdar.
Well, then,
There's kind of
21
only one thing
also
to be
hits.
versus in 5e, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's a
no.
saving throw.
So you take, let's see, what is that? 6, 14. You take 17 damage from her
Good
claws
Lord.
as they rake across your chest.
All right. Regdar is hanging on by a thread.
Guys, we're going to end up with another tattoo.
And
Guys,
then
you remember
she,
that time where we
Pretty
healed
much.
the guy that is working against us?
and then she sinks her dagger in for another 5 points of damage. And she says, "You will all serve me." And you also notice that the illusion that made this tent into an appealing place fades, and it is actually just a tattered tent. The food is rotten.
Are there still rugs?
Yeah.
The rugs are just sand.
Oh no!
The rugs turn into
rugs.
pots.
Regdar hits the ground. And
Are we really the
as-
only people in here? None of the other people from the caravan have come into the tent?
They have not as of yet.
Oh.
Why? Do you not know the cardinal rules about not being the first people into strange tents?
Regdar is unconscious, just in case that's important.
And
Doesn't seem
Regdar
like it would be.
falls unconscious.
Gently falls unconscious.
I'm not even
Stabbed in
unconscious
quad.
on a rug. There's just sand.
I don't
This
know
might be a
what
good time
icon
to
is
remind us
unconscious.
of what that means for the rest of us.
For unconscious, an unconscious creature is incapacitated, which means
No capacity.
no capacity whatsoever.
That's nothing new.
An incapacitated creature cannot take any actions or reactions. An unconscious creature also drops whatever it's holding and falls prone. Unconscious creatures automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attacks against unconscious creatures have advantage. And any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Mainly, I was wondering, is he making death saving throws? And
Yes.
He is.
okay, and
In this game, you can make as many as you like, and you can fail. You have to succeed in 3 or fail in 3, whichever happens first.
When Scott says you can make as many as you like, the answer is probably
Probably 3, but
all right.
Well,
And as far as bringing him back from unconsciousness, we can do medicine.
healing
on
word.
him?
You can stabilize him, and then he wouldn't have to roll death saves anymore.
I guess you could technically make up to 5. If you were like
Yes.
just to string it out as long as possible.
Fail, succeed.
How many socks would you have to pull out of the drawer before you got a matched pair, Dan?
I'm glad you asked, Steve. There are no socks in Dark Sun.
Oh, there
Oh,
are
no socks on Athos.
just sand. And now it is Presto's turn. So
Only
Presto,
sandals.
You have seen what
Which
you
you never
thought
wear socks with.
was your charming hostess transform into a horrifyingly large half-lion, half-woman. You've seen Regdar fall unconscious beneath her claws and pointy dagger.
Are the
But I
guards
have-
still just guards, or have they made a transformation as well?
The guards have done nothing yet.
Would I have seen that from where I'm standing? Can I?
Oh,
I mean,
you
I was
would-
kind of looking at the caravan, but
You would have noticed the lion half of the woman, where there was no half lion
enough.
before.
I think that's enough. But I see that one of our party members is down already, huh?
Yes, and you notice that the tent is now in tatters.
Okay. Then I'm going to move over here and kneel down and touch the body of Regdar and cast Cure Wounds, which gives him, let's see, 1d8, if I can find a d8.
And you,
Somebody want to run out and yell for the other guards to claim it's an ambush or something?
It's a trap!
Great. Regdar, you get 8 hit points back.
there you
The
go.
positive numbers.
Whew. So you should have 8 now, because you start from
And
0.
then I will draw my scimitar and try to look threatening, I guess.
All right, so it's the guards' turn. The bad guards.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes. Let's see. Who shall? Oh, here's one. So Ketchka,
What?
are you immune to charm?
I don't believe that I am immune to charm. No.
Yeah, immune is different from incapable of.
I'll have you know I have an 18 charisma, my friend.
Oh,
and
dear.
That's why I'm such
make
an
a
engaging
wisdom-
bug.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me, Ketchka.
Oh, wisdom is not my thing. Wow. All right. So let's see. That's a 6 minus 1, which makes it a 5.
All right, so Ketchka, one of the guards next to you shakes his head, transforming into a jackal were, which is a were-jackal, but in D&D they're called jackal wares. Don't ask me why. It's why.
How's that different from silverware or boneware?
And he gazes at you, and you fall unconscious.
What?
That's sweet.
They have something called sleep gaze.
Wait, no, I cannot be slept, however. I'm immune to being slept.
Well, this is what I was asking.
You said a charm. You did not say
It
sleep.
is a charm.
Magic cannot put me to sleep.
Well, then you are not asleep.
In fact, I never sleep. That's why I only live
Wake
till
up.
I'm like 20.
Then never mind.
Ah, eat it,
He will
Jackaway.
attack you.
Baby Kachka was a real pain.
Yeah.
He
It really didn't matter because my parents didn't sleep either, so they didn't care.
let's see. How many attacks do these guys have?
0. He tried to sleep me and failed. He used his action.
That's bonus action.
What?
You have bonus actions, they have bonus actions.
Well, he can't cast a spell. That's all I know.
Unless it's a cantrip. Now he's going to bite you.
Oh, come on.
Made him angry. And that would be a 15 versus AC.
Well, as it happens, my armor class is 15.
All right, so he
Wait.
jumps.
Wait.
+1 to perception.
Classic.
Mark him as your Corey, Steve. Mark him as your Corey.
Before you roll that damage roll, I am going to I'm
Okay.
going to deploy as a reaction, my one reaction for this turn, cutting words.
Ah,
I'm going to say your bites aren't very bitey or something, and that will.
It's always hard
I'm
to come up
immune
with
to
cutting words
charms,
and
jerk.
versus mockery on the spot.
Come on, man. Jackalware's trying to bite. me
Tried
right
to
now.
sleep me? Really? Brain.
3
Come
cream,
on.
son.
You know anything about 3 cream? And what that does is that diminishes the his damage roll
yes.
by, and I did not write down by what, so I've kind of figured that out.
100%.
I can tell you.
By all of it.
You guys are level 3.
That I believe is a bard thing, so
Bard thing, so it's either a D6, I think.
it's probably 1d6, but
Let's see here.
that uses up one of my inspirations,
Cutting.
and it's part of the College of Lore, so
Let's see here. Cutting words.
page 54.
Subtract the number rolled from the creature's roll. So yes, a D6.
All right then, and that is
5th level becomes a D8.
that is a 1.
All right. So you take 4 points of damage.
All right, fine. Fine.
That Werejackal is, or Jackalware is happy where he is. This other one is standing next to Presta. Presta, give me a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, you're an elf, so it doesn't matter. He will just attack you with a scimitar.
Preston never knew what didn't hurt him.
13 versus AC probably misses you.
She's
Versus
invisible
not there.
anyways.
Let's say yes.
Let's say that he swipes his scimitar. He continues to look like a human. Swipes his scimitar and misses completely. Let's see, where else? This is another one. So, Umlaut, Regdar is conscious. So he's going to. Regdar, give me a wisdom save.
Tony, we can't hear you.
0. Good times.
So Regdar, you get some magic healing. You got a 10. Is that your roll?
Yep.
Okay, so you are not asleep. But Presta, another one's going to attack Presta with a scimitar. Presta does a 16 hit you.
It does. Did I get hit before this too?
You did not. He missed.
Guys, I don't know about you, but we may want to consider like a retreat. I don't know how many Jackalwares you can each kill.
You take 5 points of damage from his scimitar.
My record is 12.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, he's just going to stay there. Scale, give me a wisdom saving throw. Okay, give me another one. You fall asleep.
I
You're
can't be
half
put to
elf.
sleep.
All right, so you don't fall asleep. All you people are immune to sleep. What the heck?
No one tries to put me to sleep.
No, but you are more useful. Not sleeping. They both, Scale, you notice they are 5 feet away from you, yet they both attack you with scimitars.
guys.
As if they have reach. And 23 hits you, so you take 8 points of damage. Oh no, 6 points of damage, I'm sorry. I'm just going to delete that one. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Carlos, give me a wisdom save.
Oh dear.
Oh, wise Carlos.
14.
All right. Give me another one.
Oh man. 18.
All right. They can't reach you.
That's a lot of guys.
Oops.
He's going on the rug. Watch out.
There's no rug anymore.
Game is rugged.
And another wisdom save from you, Carlos.
7.
You fall unconscious.
No!
Third time's the charm, if you will.
Finally, somebody's unconscious. All right, so the only one has transformed into a jackal, and that would be the one that's next to Ketchka. All the rest still look like humans. Carlos, you're asleep. Georgia, Presta, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm gonna cast 3 magic missiles
Okay.
at the were-tiger female woman.
Alrighty.
That's 1. 10 points of damage.
All right.
And I am going to run out of the tent to call for the guards.
Okay, so as you run, you will have 2 attacks of opportunity from the 2 guards that are standing next to you.
I'll take the chance.
All right, so 15 and a 12. I don't know if those hit or not. Those versus AC.
My AC is 15.
All right, so the 15 hits because that's the way D&D works. You take 4 points of damage, but you are able to run out of the tent.
Okay, I head. Where's the caravan?
You are going in the direction of the caravan. You can see them. You can yell,
Oh,
"Hey!"
fabulous. I say, guards, hurry up! We're under attack and they're trying to steal all our water.
All right. Well, that gets people look up. Rounds are about 10 seconds, so they can't do too much, but you've certainly got their attention. Regdar.
I would like to not be as jackal adjacent as I currently find myself.
I love that. That's a great word.
So, well, it comes up every day in my line of work, let me tell you.
Totally get it, Tony.
But I am not sure what I can do to get away from them because they have reach. Does that make disengaging from them harder?
No, you can disengage from them normally.
Okay. Can I disengage and then use Expeditious Retreat as a bonus action, which is a level 1 spell? Pay no attention to spells.
I will say sure.
And let me make sure I'm doing this right because I've never actually done this one. When I cast it as a bonus action for following turns while the spell lasts, which is up to 10 minutes, I can use the dash action.
Very nice.
How far does that get me? Can I get out of the
Dash
tent?
is double movement, I believe.
So can I just get away from them right now? I'm not sure how far I can go right now.
So your movement's 30, so you could move 60, so you can get very far away from them all.
I will expeditiously retreat. I will check off that I have used a spell.
So do you want to expeditiously? You can go right out the tent if you want.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And in fact, you don't need to use the flap because, as I said, the tent is kind of tattered, so you can just go out through the wall.
Bye, everybody. I have 8 hit points.
So Regdar's like, see ya.
I mean, he's kind of holding a lot of his insides inside as he does that.
Umlal, you are.
I'm great. Never been better.
You cannot resist, so you attack Presta.
Oh. Wait, she's not.
Great.
Wait, where is Presta?
Presta is right.
I'm the one with the bow.
They're pretty far away from me. Can I get over there?
You could just walk over there.
What if I just feebly nope, didn't work.
You just feel compelled to attack. I didn't say what kind of attack you should do.
He can't resist. He resisted before.
I paid
attacks
for it.
for him.
I'm gonna hurl a hand axe at her because since I can't resist, that does slightly less damage.
Wow.
Well, why don't you just gesticulate
Couldn't you slapped
violently at
her?
her or something?
You could have slapped her.
If
What
you
about
can
an
pick your
unarmed
attacks, why don't you
attack?
just say some bad things about her mom or something?
Oh, don't do
We're not
that.
all
Don't do
bards.
that. She takes that
I
great
just
offense
feel like
to
getting
that.
close to
Don't
her
do that.
might be dangerous.
Some things can't be forgotten after the battle ends.
What if I throw a
Like
rock?
that's running out of the tent right in the middle of battle? That kind of thing?
I got your back from out here.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Leading from behind.
All right. Well, I can walk up and try to punch her in the shoulder.
Hey, buddy. Ooh.
It's
Hey, how's
a
it
very,
going?
a very assertive high five.
Well, you need to actually do some sort of one of your melee attacks, not just
All right.
gosh.
I will hurl a hand axe at her. It's the best option I've got. 10.
Oh, well, you totally miss, I'm sure.
Yeah, nice.
It's
If anybody should be charmed, it should be Dan.
Do I have any recourse at the end of this term, or am I just...
Well, you could roll, Tony, Regdar, roll Arcana. Or anyone who's good at Arcana, roll Arcana.
How about somebody who's still here?
I'm pretty good at Arcana.
And didn't abandon us.
I got a 15.
I'll do it.
Alright, so you...
I got a crit, and I have a
got a
modifier to
14,
it, so
So you, both Regdar
I got a
and...
27.
Well, Regdar knows more, but Presta also knows.
Regdar can tell that to the surrounding area around the tent. Conjecture, that was probably an effective.
That this is a Lamia,
Ah.
which is known to use enchantments and illusion to lure people into its lair, and is often uses jackal wares as foot soldiers.
Fun fact, they are the angriest of llamas.
Also true. With a role
That's
like
saying
that.
something, because llamas
27.
typically have a really poor worldview.
So
and,
Regdar runs out of the tent and starts yelling, the rugs are fake! The rugs are fake!
and Regdar knows that the Lamia has something called intoxicating touch, which makes someone more susceptible to will attacks.
They're great at parties.
And then they tend to follow that up with a gaze spell, or geas, Geas spell, which is what you are currently under right now.
Oh, man.
That spell, with a 27, Tony would know that a creature can resist it once and take a certain amount of damage, but then you have no recourse except for other spells that can end it, such as a remove curse, a greater restoration, or if someone has a wish spell, that can also end it.
Yeah, right.
And the duration, Tony Regdar thinks it will last for either the lifetime of the caster or 30 days, whichever is shorter.
So this is our punishment for not taking any of the lame spells in the player handbook, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Amul, that's a lot to relay, so I'm just going to say, don't die, I'll catch you up later!
All right. So
Okay.
I guess that I'm done.
Probably. Ketchka, did you do anything yet? It's your turn.
I did not do anything yet, but I'm going to take this opportunity. If I were to drop, say, a 10-foot sphere right here,
Perhaps shatter something?
that's exactly what I'm thinking, right in that spot.
Yes.
Would that extend out to these two cats on the periphery of the sphere?
It would not. You
What?
would get...
How about if I drop it right here?
You drop it right there, you would get, what's 5, 10? That would hit all of them, yes.
Yes, okay. Let's drop it right there then.
You would get 5 of them.
Do I take any penalty by having a guy sitting right next to me there, though?
Well, he could take an opportunity attack as you are casting.
Well, I think it's probably worth it, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Shatter at that square.
Does it get an opportunity attack, or does he just have disadvantage?
I'd rather have the opportunity attack.
Oh, sorry.
Well, then we'll go with an opportunity attack.
Okay.
And you were hit for 5 points of damage.
Yeah, and I never used my blade ward last time. Did he use as a piercing or slashing?
This is slashing, yes.
Yeah.
So you get half of that, I suppose,
Okay.
if you are resistant to that now.
Yeah, I'm resistant to that until I think bloop, 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 the end of my next turn, so I'm still resistant.
So shatter, what do I do?
So that's 2 damage then instead, because I round down?
That is correct.
Fantastic.
Shatter, shatter, shatter.
So shatter, I play a power chord, and a sudden loud ringing noise, which is painfully intense, erupts at a point of my choice, which I've already specified within range. And each of those creatures must make a Constitution saving throw.
What is my save?
Your save is 14.
All right. So 2 take half damage.
2 take half damage. All right, let's see how much that damage is. That is a 3d8 thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
And you hear a peal of thunder erupts very loudly. And if the caravan guards are not aware of something going on, they certainly are now.
That did 16 damage.
All right.
Or 8 for those who made their save.
So the ones that failed their saves are looking pretty beat up.
Okay.
If there were such a thing as bloodied, they would be it. But there isn't in this game anymore. So
There is not.
Good to know. Are there any non-magical objects within that sphere?
No.
Okay. Then they do not.
Oh,
take
okay.
any damage.
One of them has a crystal pendant that shatters.
If he's holding it or carrying it.
My
or
mom
wearing it,
gave me
it's okay.
that.
Alright.
And anything else, Kachka?
That was my action. So I think I am fresh out. I'll just stand there and look good.
All right. Now it is my turn, or the Lamia's turn, actually. And she is going to. So 2 more appear.
What?
Well, let's see. Actually, more than 2.
2 more
It's
what?
not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
1 second.
If it's 2 more Lamias, I'm out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Yes. I'm sorry. 3 more Lamias appear.
Jesus.
What? Right next to the original Lamia, so there are 4 in a row. They seem to be switching places, so you can.
It's an illusion.
It's hard to tell.
Anything's possible in the world of illusion.
And that's her turn.
Well, that was a pretty dumb turn.
Would you like me to play the villains more effectively, Steve?
No, that's fine. You do what you're doing.
All right.
Go on with your bad self.
Erica, it is your turn. There are now 4 Lamias next to you. You are surrounded by 2 jackal wares, with several approaching. There's been a loud peal of thunder. Carlos is sleeping. Regdar ran away surprisingly quickly for a human.
Maybe I'm pretending to be asleep. Did you ever think of that?
Carlos
He does it very well.
With
actually,
the
Carlos, you wake up because
Aim for the one that's not flickering.
the loud noise wakes you up.
Oh, nice.
oh good. Okay.
But you're prone though. Okay, and that's the situation.
I was going to ask about Carlos, but now that I see him waking up, I'm
Oh, and Umlal threw a hand axe at you, very poorly.
yes, that's right.
You're welcome.
Well, with my Arcana check, I sort of know that she is the source of our problems here. So I'm not moving out of attack range of either of the jackal wares. So I should not provoke by moving to there.
That is true.
And I know that there are 4 of her.
That is true.
So I guess I will. I mean, just attack whichever one is closest to me at this point that I can reach, I guess. Do I need to, can I make some sort of a roll to see which one I think is the actual her, or is this just completely random?
Well, just roll an attack.
Okay.
And I will do something.
All right, and this is with my crystal
He will say you
scimitar.
failed to hit.
Maybe.
Let's see. Scimitar is 24.
All right, so you solidly connect with Alamia, and it disappears. So now there are 3.
Hooray!
Okay.
One down. 3 to go.
So you moved, you took an action.
Yeah.
You can move some more. You could do a bonus action.
I don't really want to move anymore because if I move farther, then I will be taking attacks.
Yes.
So I don't have any bonus actions that I know of.
Well then.
So I guess I'm done.
You're done. Now it is the were-jackal's turn.
That's Jackaware, Scott.
Oh, that's right. I can't keep that straight. Microsoft.
Jackals? Where?
Trademark. There's trademark issues.
There probably is. So let's see. They are going to. This one's going to move over here. Microsoft Update really wants me to update. And then this one's going to move over here. Over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How far can these things move?
They are pretty speedy. In game terms, they can move 40 feet every round.
Good golly.
Let's see, this one will move there. This one will go there. And this one will inexplicably go over there. All right, so we've got, let's see, 4 attacks on Ketchka. They
What?
You are now surrounded by jackalwares.
That's crap.
They are going to attempt to hit you with their scimitars. Does a 14 hit you?
Does not.
How about a 15?
That does.
All right, so 3 scimitars land on you. Point to your side first. You get.
These are experienced jackalwares. No hitting you with the wrong side.
That's right.
The
They
blunt
are-
side.
They're not doing subdual damage.
Yeah.
So you take
Their first time around a signature.
16 points of damage. If you still have
16.
resistance, that's 8.
Wait, what?
Your blade ward, does that?
No, my blade ward is out. That was
well
the end of
then.
my turn.
You take 16 points.
I am down. I'm at exactly 0 hit points.
Oh, Ketchka.
Unconscious is the bard.
I'll put the little
I'm afraid I
thing
can't
on it.
get to you to do anything because my healing is by touch.
You wouldn't heal me anyway, I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
Oh, damn.
We haven't been traveling together long enough.
Yes, I recognize bug racism when I see it.
And Presto, what's your AC?
15.
All right. So 4 surround you and attack with their scimitars, but only 1 hits for 6 points of damage. And 1 runs out and is chasing after Scale. Will also attack you for 15. Scale, 15 AC.
Yep, 15, yeah.
And you get 3 points of damage. And Scale, you notice that about 20 guards with Holtet leading them are running towards the tent.
God bless.
Here come the cavalry.
Carlos, it's your turn.
All right, I'm prone but awake. Can I can stand up for half my speed, right? Is that
correct.
right?
Yes.
So I'm going to stand up and I am going to take a swing at the nearest of the 3 Lamia that I'm seeing in front of me. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Finally, Carlos gets to roll something.
Make it count,
Mamma
Carlos.
21
again.
versus AC.
All right. You make a solid connect. You roll your damage, and one of the images pops. There are 2 Lamias in front of you.
All right, I am going to.
Two Lamia.
I'm going to take my action surge now, and I'm going to attack another one of the Lamia.
All right.
13.
All right. You make a mighty swing, and there is one Lamia in front.
That's it. I have double attacked now.
All right, Scale, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to cast right here. I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
Ooh, thunder.
Right. I'm just going to place my character because I don't know how to make the little circle thing happen.
Oh,
Right
okay.
there. There we go.
Oh, there you got it.
I'm going to cast it there so I can hit all 5 of the where something's something that's worn out over here.
And that's not going to get Ketchka in it, is it?
When whose?
No, it's only a 15-foot.
Okay.
From here?
And
That-
Thunderwave.
And there we go. Yes.
15 foot should hit this
15
guy.
foot.
Over
14
here.
feet, 5, 10, 15.
And this guy over here.
Yeah, that would
So
hit
then I'll move it here.
And me.
Wait. I'll move it 1 second.
You mean your body, Steve?
It's still me, Jason. It's
Right.
still
a cube.
Let's move
It's
it
a cube.
to. See, I thought it was 15 foot, like 7.5 feet each way.
So what you're saying is you view an unconscious body as not really a person.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna move it so that it hits only then the 4, so that it doesn't hit our people.
So which 4 is it hitting now?
It's gonna be. I don't know how to point and make them poke.
I think if you...
Select.
Well, just...
Just double click and then let go. Double click and hold.
Oh, yeah, if you...
That one.
Oh, there we go, okay.
That one.
Oh, everything is
That one.
kinds of...
Everybody at once. Come on, let's get the fireworks show.
Yes,
There we go.
This is not confusing me at all.
So I'll hit the 4 in the corner. I clicked them. Mine are baby blue.
Okay, so I need Constitution saves, right? 4 Constitution.
Yes.
What is my target? Your spell it should be like maybe a 14.
Should be on your spell page.
Or something
Should be a
at the
spell
top.
save DC at the top.
Oops, sorry.
You don't need to roll anything.
No, you just need to look
That's
at
a
your
critical
spell page and look for the spell save DC.
It should be at the top.
Georgia,
Sorry?
your spell page, there should be a spell save DC at the top of it.
Yes, I just need to know what that number is.
Speed initiative.
Pretty sure 2 failed and 2 saved.
13?
Yes,
That
2
makes
failed
sense.
and 2 saved. So I get half damage. Right, let's see. Failed save.
And the ones that didn't
Okay.
save are pushed back 10 feet.
Alright, so how much damage? 8 damage. So let's say that this one, what is it? This one, these, the ones by Presto, right, were targeted?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Alright,
Two.
so
That one.
they die.
Ooh.
Let's say that one dies too. And
Why don't we say these other 4 around me die as well?
Yeah, the one that you
One of
just
them I did hit.
oh no. I need to put it back then.
Yeah, the one that was right there.
Right thing. Damn it. I would like to thank the Microsoft Corporation for updating Outlook as I am attempting to.
Today's episode of TPK brought to you by Microsoft.
Making me angry. It
They
will
got
not
the
let me-
enemy discount.
That's right. We're just going to use this guy now because that's.
Okay, he was one down from there.
All right, there we are.
There you go.
And so the
Wire join the fray? What's going on here?
Well, I can't paste anything else apparently.
There's a guy over here.
Let me me see if I can quit this installer. It keeps
Total
stealing the
Party Kill
focus.
brought to you
I
by
cannot-
Microsoft Auto Update. Microsoft Auto Update. You can't do anything about it.
Ask for it by name.
We don't need to promote it. We already have it on your computer.
Eat it, user.
Embrace the inevitable.
Brought to you by Microsoft Superfish.
Alright, so 2 guys are dead. The other 2 are pushed. So are the ones by Ketchka?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was-
so this one.
Yep.
And,
Except they did push the other way because she targeted it.
oh, that's true.
No,
What, so
the
there's like
first,
2 jackal-wares on top of me now?
10 feet away from me, so.
Oh, that's true. It's magic. And they
got it.
take how much damage do they take? They take what was it? 8. Okay, so those guys look pretty banged up as well. All right. Anything else?
Nope. I tell the guards in there. I'm pointing as the guards come running.
Go get him.
Okay, sorry. I'm still dealing with Microsoft Auto Update. I don't know how to quit it.
I can't quit you, Microsoft.
Microsoft Auto Update. You can't quit.
It looks like you're trying to quit out of auto update.
Why
Tough
would you
shit.
do that?
Do you not understand auto? Regdar, it is your turn.
All right.
You're outside. You see a bunch of guards and Holtet approaching.
Can I see?
Hold on, he loves
obviously-
us.
So there's one jackal-ware that's outside the tent. Can I see
Yes.
through the various flaps in the tent
Yep.
the other jackal-wares?
Mhm.
All right. I think it's time for Regdar's favorite illusion that he does.
No, I thought you said that.
So I'm going to do Magic Missile.
Zip zop!
Zip Zop. Magic Missile is a
Zippity
level
zop.
1 spell, but this is new. In 5th edition, I can use it as a higher level spell slot. I can only do this a couple
yeah.
times, guys. So let's hope that nothing else bad happens today. So I can do an additional Magic Missile if I use it as a level 2 spell. And I believe this just happened, Scott. So Scott, the 4 jackal-wares that are closest to me, let's say the one outside the tent, that one right there, and the 2 next to Kachka, they're just
Okay.
going to get hit with magic darts. Deal with it.
Like that.
Deal with it.
I refuse to deal with it.
Would you like me to roll damage 4 times or damage once for 4 guys?
Damage once if you don't care. If you would like to roll it separately, you can.
Separately
Deal with it
better
as a
odds.
much better
Oh, that's
catch.
good.
Deal with it as a much better
Damage
catchphrase than you sleeped me.
He sleeped me.
Each of those jackal-wares is welcomed to a new world controlled by Regdar. That world is full of 4 damage. So
All right. So the 2 on the other side of Ketchka or the 2 that were pushed away?
the 2 that are like right next to Kachka,
Okay. So those have not been hit yet.
and the 2 that are close to me.
All right. So they all take 4 points of damage. They do not seem pleased.
Can't
And
please all the people.
I can do
Or
I
the
can do
jackal-wares.
a cantrip you guys discussed as a thing,
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
If you can use
even-
it as a bonus action.
even if it's the time casting time is 1 action.
No, it needs.
No.
You have to cast one thing as a bonus action and one thing as a full action. The cantrip has to be cast as whatever it's required full action, I believe.
Okay, so I can't. So
Unless you have something
a-
that specifically says it can be cast as a bonus action.
Okay, I did not totally follow that. I don't have one of those. I'm good. I'm all set.
We all learned something there.
Yes, it was a moment.
Educational.
You probably have a move you could run back and forth in front of the tent for a little while.
Yeah, you can move as much as you like.
Take a
No,
jog.
I'm good here. I feel like I want to, I don't want to be.
Maybe
too
if
far
you
away.
run back and forth in front of the tent flaps, the oncoming guards will gather that the situation is extremely urgent. And
All right, yeah,
come
I'll
faster.
shift here. Regdar subscribes to the keep moving and get out of the way philosophy.
Keep moving, dude.
So he'll just kind of saunter over here and make sure his legs are still haven't seized up,
Yeah.
Well, this.
All right. Well, Regdar can move as much as he likes.
Plus, you got the
So
move.
he's-
You might as well use it.
Yeah.
You don't want to. You don't want.
You got the moves. You might as well use your moves.
All right, it's not my turn anymore. Why are we still talking about me?
Because Regdar is fascinating.
Things are happening, and I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Well, these are guards.
Oh, okay, then I'm feeling good.
All right. So,
Maybe.
Regnar, Umlal, it's your turn.
Oh, so good that it's my turn.
You have a desire to hit Carlos as hard as you can.
God, Carlos, we never should have signed up for that fight club.
I know.
First rule fight
You're not
club.
supposed to be talking about it.
Well, I'm being controlled, my fault, so I'm going to talk about a lot of things. All right, I guess I'll try to cut him with my great sword. It's a great sword. You can see it. I'm holding it. It's great.
Looks great.
It's
24.
not great. Oh, that's pretty great.
Sorry, buddy.
That's a crit. It looks like. So,
That's not a
no,
good. That's
No,
not
no,
a
no.
crit.
but it's bad enough. I can't stop that.
That does in fact hit. So roll for damage.
I regret everything.
Roll high.
Oh man, wait, hold on, that was wrong. That was done incorrectly. Ignore that.
Okay.
It's gonna be worse. Is what
Oh,
I ignore that.
All right.
All right, Carlos. So you
Why do you choose now to stop sucking, Dan?
you reel as you feel Umlal's great
I was
sword.
compelled to stop sucking, Steve.
It is unpleasant.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave
Steve.
that right
leave
there.
It. Leave it.
Yep, it's just gonna stay right over here.
And now you all hear yells of guards and
Guards!
a particularly throaty half-giant
And
roars.
introducing.
And hotelet, whatever that was.
Hotel.
Hotep.
The Hotep Hoedown.
Hotelet.
So Connie Selica runs in.
Dad comes up and he crits. He rips this jackal ware in half,
Nice.
Woohoo!
Represent half giants.
and the guards
All right,
will
Hotel.
come in. and-
I would say if I wasn't passed out.
They can just go right into the tent, can't they?
Yeah.
It's all tatters.
Well, can they tell that it's tatters, or is the illusion broken for everyone?
It's broken for
It
everyone,
is.
I think.
Way to break the illusion for everyone.
Well, they should hardly have needed us to call them then.
Well, you called them before the illusion was broken, Steve.
Called them late for dinner.
And it was urgent, not just like, hey, this tent is weird, but like,
You're
hey,
late
your
for
friends are
dinner.
getting murdered and there are no rugs.
Quote unquote friends.
It's not
Send
just an
help.
ugly tent, it's an evil ugly tent.
Yeah, please bring rugs.
Hey, everybody, that group of people that pissed every single person on the caravan off, they're in trouble.
They're getting murdered. I guess we
Help
can
us.
help them out.
Well,
Help us.
if you don't want help, they will. They'll just leave.
No,
If I
no.
was a
Please
guy,
stay.
So these two guards.
Soup for everyone.
They,
They're somewhat relying on us. It's not like there's another supply of cheap guard labor here in the middle of the desert.
that is true.
Unless they want to
You just
strike a
run out and
bargain.
yelled,
So-
"Too many in the white tent."
You notice that these two guards are attacking this jackal ware with their short swords, and the short swords don't seem to be doing any damage.
They need new swords.
And this one is going to attack the Lamia because he misses completely. Okay, so the guards are done.
Guards.
Ketchka,
What?
you are unconscious. Roll death save.
All right. What is that again? That's a 20 or
D20.
D20, and I get a 10 or higher.
That is correct. And you don't want to get a 1.
I get a 15. So that's one success.
One success.
And since now is an opportunity to review death save throw rules, if you roll a 1, that counts as 2 failures. If you roll a 20, you are immediately revived with 1 hit point. You have to roll 3 successes before you get 3 failures. It used to be that you have to roll them in a row and then things would reset, but you don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah. So this is a 15, so this was a triumph. Great success.
There you go.
Mhm.
So 2 more successes and you will be conscious. I was going to say subconscious, but that would be weird.
Conscious or
That'd be
stable?
weird.
Is stabilized imply conscious?
That's a good question.
Just curious.
Let's find out.
I don't think so.
Maybe you're just
I
stable.
think you're stable, so you stop making death saving throws.
I'm looking in the wrong
I think
book.
that's
So
right.
we'll say
I
that.
got it. I'll look it up.
Thank you. Not that is going to happen.
A stable creature doesn't make death saving throws, even though it has 0 hit points, but it does remain unconscious.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm getting
Don't
rolled
roll a
wrong
1. Yeah.
left and right. Yeah, don't roll a 1. But a 20
way,
would be awesome.
Pro tip: use the starter set rulebook. There's a lot less pages to scroll through.
point.
That's, you are so clever. It's the Lamia's turn. And she's going to attack Carlos.
Okay.
She's going to claw at him and then sink her dagger into him. So the claw. 11 versus AC, I'm sure.
Claw is coming back.
That misses.
20 versus AC.
That hits.
And you will take. This is
Oh,
the
Mamma
dagger.
Mia.
It sinks into you, and you take 6 points of piercing damage.
All right.
It's
Whatever.
just like, whatever, man.
Carlos is
Lamia.
into
I
that.
think I'm fine.
I made 2 of you disappear. There's only 1 of you left now. I'm coming
Carlos
for
2, Lamia 0. Erica.
One.
Well, I should say
One.
Krista. So you see, there's only 1 Lamia now.
But point of clarification, does the Lamia still look like a hot, rich lady a little bit? Or is it just a lion at this point?
It looks like half a hot rich lady.
That's pretty
Which
live.
half?
Which half? Yeah.
Very important question.
The top half.
Ooh, that's a good half. Okay.
And now I'm creeped out. Presta.
Surprised it took that long.
The guards have arrived. Hotet is there. Not Hotet. The half-giant guy is there. I
Right.
can't say his name.
The other half giant.
Exactly.
Hotel, right? Isn't it?
Hotet. There you go.
Hotel.
I'm going to.
Hotel.
I'm going to use my inspiration to give myself advantage on an attack roll with my crystal scimitar on.
Wait, you have inspiration too?
She got it for making fun.
God, I am so redundant.
Yeah.
No, I gave her inspiration for
It's
a
DM inspiration.
that
It's
is
a- it's a different kind of inspiration.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not the way you
And
inspire.
And
She
it
was doing some
disappears.
good role playing.
It goes away after I have used it. So.
Yes.
So yes, I'm going to use my crystal scimitar to attack the single remaining Lamia.
Oh.
And it's a good thing that I used advantage because that was a crappy roll. That one is better. 22.
That hits.
All right. And damage. Oh yeah, this time I actually get to roll damage because there's only one of them. And
That's
she
right.
has been hit. Oh no, my extra damage only works with my bow. So. this will
She
be-
has been hit, though.
Well, I'm not shooting at her, so. Well, I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Let's see. Plus my strength bonus, which is nothing, so that would be 1.
Easy math. One.
Wait. Does the +1 on a scimitar give a +2 damage or just to hit?
I would
both, isn't
say it's both.
Yep.
Then 2! Woo!
You
Double
doubled your
there,
damage.
you guys.
The Lamia looks, if bloodied were a concept, the Lamia looks far, far, far from bloodied.
Hey, the faster you kill her, the faster I stop trying to kill Carlos.
Thanks.
And now it is the rest of the jackal wares reveal their true selves. So now they all look like jackals because they didn't do it before. And I guess they will step over Kachka's dead body.
It's not dead.
It's dead.
Merely sleeping.
Just prone and
attack.
having a nap.
Pining for the sands.
We'll go
I need
there. Who else is here? Those guys will stay where they are. This guy. I don't know who that guy. Oh, he's a guard. This guy will go there. Okay. So this guy. We'll start with this one. This is going to attack a guard. So let's see. He's going to bite the guard. No, he's going to use the scimitar against the guard. The guards. Oh, his scimitar clangs off the guard's armor. Clang. 2 are going to attack the half-giant, the other half-giant. And 1 hits. He takes 4 points of damage. He doesn't seem to care. 2 are going to attack Scale. 1 hits for 3 points of damage. Let's see. 2. 1 will attack another guard. And misses completely. And the last one will attack Presta for 19, so that hits.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
For 8 points of damage.
Ouch, these are getting worse every time.
And that's
Healer's getting
all
worse
of
all the
the
time.
jackal wares. Carlos, you've got a Lamia in front
Yes,
of you.
sir.
You got a guard. You got Umlal next to you who's attacking you, but you don't know
Sorry,
why.
he's crying slightly as he does it.
There's
I
single
got
A
tear
single tear falls down his face.
of joy.
I gotta go attack the Lamia.
So beautiful. The Lamia is prepared for your attack.
12 versus AC.
You swing your.
Oh, that's a fail. That's just a fail.
Oh, you completely miss.
Yeah.
never mind then. I won't bother describing anything.
You have a plus 11 modifier? Holy cow, dude.
I do.
How'd you get plus 11? Wow.
Well, good job wasting it.
Because I am awesome, but I didn't do anything awesome there.
What's your
Scale, it's your turn.
Yeah.
You've got a bunch of jackal wares, and half giant next to you.
There. I'm going to cast Scorching Rays. And
Okay.
I'm going to roll to attack the first one. So I guess that's just, I rolled regular d20. Oh. And I would assume that misses.
Yes.
I don't know how I can miss, but whatever.
Wait, you don't have any modifier on that at all? There should be a spell
Get
modifier.
a spell modifier.
Although it probably still won't
I
help.
still-
But
Yeah.
It should be plus what's your spellcasting ability?
I don't
It's-
have that one on it.
probably intelligence or it's probably
Wisdom.
intelligence.
What do
Plus
you?
one.
Second
Second one
Yes, well that would miss anyway, so.
and third.
Those all miss, even with a modifier. But it looks really cool.
Thanks, yeah. Maybe I sent the torch, the tent on fire instead.
Sure, the tent starts to slowly...
The tent is on fire!
So Regdar, you notice Scale sets the tent on fire. Holtet is fighting a bunch of jackal wares. The guards have weighed into the fight. There's only one Lamia now. Kachka's unconscious on the floor. Umlal still seems like he wants to kill Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
And there are no rugs, I repeat.
I can't deal with it.
Rugs.
I am going to do a Ray of Frost attack on the Lamia.
Okay.
Do you just do a saving throw, or do I roll something? How does this work when I do a ranged spell attack? I'm used to a magic missile, which is just like, I hit guys. Deal with it.
I hit. It's fine. Let's see. You make a ranged spell attack against the target. So you
And that's
roll.
use my spell attack modifier.
Yeah, which is your proficiency bonus and your spellcasting ability.
Which one is you? Is this you with the golf club down here in the bottom right?
That's me.
That is right there.
Is that a 3 iron?
Staff.
That's your spellcasting level, then, right?
That is not a great roll.
Wow.
Because I rolled a 3
You keep calling
plus
that your
7
staff,
is a
then.
10. That's it's not up to par.
Golf reference. Nice job.
I know all about sports.
Boy. That ray of frost bounces off the Lamia's natural armor.
Jeez, why don't we all have natural armor? We should have invested.
Well,
Yeah.
You're not all
I'll
human.
take a
I
step
have
back.
natural armor, which is happening a lot.
Regdar,
All right.
Peace
Well,
out,
that-
homies.
Not a big turn for Hector.
Umlal. Carlos is still
Me
up.
again. What? We'll do
What?
something about that right quick. I hit him. Oh, I missed.
Oh,
See, I
yes.
rolled that punch on purpose. No.
Carlos is not buying it. Now it's the guards and hotels. Holtet, thank you.
Hotels.com, brought to you.
Yes, I cannot speak. All right, so this jackal in front, dead. Jackal were. The guard will attack one, and actually, all the guards' attacks are useless. They try to attack the Lamia. They both hit. Good for them. What do they do? They do a d6. So they roll minimum damage. That's great. So the two guards swing their short swords and stab the Lamia for 2 points of damage, which is not great.
Each or by them?
By themselves there. And the other guards, you see, they're all engaged with the jackal wares, but their swords seem to do nothing. This one's gonna try and
Swords do
But they're not even. Okay.
and he misses. Ketchka, you roll
Look
again.
at these guys over here. They're just standing there.
What guys?
The two guards.
These guys? Oh, they
The guard
attack.
right here.
They attack the
He hit.
jackal wares.
All right. Well, I'm going to make yet another
they
death
died.
saving throw here.
Don't
Fun,
fail.
fun. I'll try not to. That's a 5. I failed.
One success.
1 and 1. We're
One
at 1
failure.
and 1.
Ketchka is on the precipice.
Stabilize me. Feel free.
Yeah, somebody might want to go over there and
I
stabilize.
would if I wasn't surrounded.
I got 2 more failures in me, so no rush. But
I believe you can fail, Steve.
Yeah.
I believe I can fail.
Yes. Let's see. What should
I can't fly though. That's a myth.
Yeah, just jump really high.
jump?
Wow, we went to crisscross? Is that where we're going?
That's where I always go.
Stop going there. Get
Don't go.
Why?
Nobody
Buy a
goes there
map.
anymore.
Their rates are so affordable.
There's a reason for that.
What?
Didn't one of them die recently?
Yes.
We should
bring
probably
the
stop
room
going.
down. See, it was in remembrance of Chris or Cross.
That's great that you can get them at half price now, so that does cut down on the expenses.
So, Carlos, the labia rakes its claws across your chest, doing 15 points of damage.
Jeez!
And then tries to follow it up by sinking its dagger into your brain, but misses. Which is good, because if you've ever had a dagger in your brain, it's very uncomfortable.
It's a much smaller target than you might
Do you use a
expect.
dagger of the mind for that?
Oh. Erica, Presta, it's your turn. You see the Lamia has ripped a chunk out of Carlos.
Yeah, that looks scary, so I'm actually going to use Cure Wounds on myself, because I'm not doing so hot here.
Bart over here just passed out.
Yeah,
So-
but you're all the way over there. I would actually probably have to take damage to get to you, in which case I would probably fall down, and that would
That's
just be
true.
useless.
You would get several opportunity attacks if you were to leave.
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't roll super great, but at least I have
That's
a
what
few
the
extra
disengage action is for. But then you couldn't do anything, so.
hits. Yeah. All right.
Unless you got healing word, that's a bonus.
Nope.
She has a lot of words. None of them heal.
Yeah.
They're all
Actually, I
spiteful.
don't have that many words. I'm kind of taciturn.
That's true. And she doesn't.
I'm right here. You wouldn't have to go that far to do some healing for me.
That's
all I'm
true.
saying.
Carlos looks kind of
Not good.
covered in blood as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you again on my next turn, but this one is now over.
Perhaps not.
Oh dear. The jackal wares go. They're going to. Let's see. All right, that's fine. That one. That's fine.
Well, this is the last time I implicitly trust an oasis. That's all I'm saying.
Well, in Athos, things happen. So guards.
It was the pretty girl that
That's
made
all-
everyone think, this couldn't be
I
right.
believe that's on the tourism poster for
is so
Athens.
I was about to say that's the worst tourism motto ever. Athens.
In
Things
Athens.
happen.
Things happen.
I mean, Athens is the world. Where else are we gonna go?
Anywhere, Tony. Anywhere.
I'm not paying for this sass, people.
I'm
Yep,
just
you
saying
get
the
the
tourism
sass
board
for
of Athens
Well,
is like
you're
the
getting it
third
for
most
free then.
irrelevant.
That's a great deal.
So 4 of the guards fall asleep.
They were useless anyway.
They were pretty useless.
What, the
Yeah.
good guards? Oh,
Good
Yeah.
guards, yes. And then this where
good guards.
that one.
Good gods, man.
And
I mean, on the plus side, if those guys die, our value and we live, our value to the Caribbean goes well.
They're not going to be able to
That's a
watch
lot
us.
of
Is
damage, my
Toby
friend.
and or Maguire amongst those ones who are passed out right now?
well, let's see.
Oh man, there's suddenly a lot of emotional weight on these unnamed guards.
This could solve some of our problems here, guys.
No, Toby and Maguire are not there.
Shoot.
Sorry.
I mean, yay. Hooray. I like those guys.
okay.
Who doesn't like that?
So there
Are
we
you
go.
feeling
We're-
guilt, Carlos? Is that
No,
what I'm
I
sensing?
enjoy having incompetent guards around, and those
Good.
guys are incompetent guards, so I like having them alive.
Excellent.
I'm trying to roleplay them competently. Carlos, it's your turn.
Keep working.
I'm gonna
You're doing a very
attack
competent
Lamia
job of
with
making them seem incompetent. so-
I've only played a guard on a podcast, so I don't really understand.
29
Hey,
versus
get away
AC.
from that painting.
Wow.
You hit the Lamia with a mighty blow.
15 damage.
Oh, you return the same amount of damage that it did to you.
Carlos!
Will this become an epic song that bards across Athos will sing? Oh, your bards.
No, because no one's here to witness it.
The Bard's unconscious. As
I
soon
will, I
No,
will
I'll
remember your
get the
way.
details later. It's cool. Keep me alive. I'll work it out.
Anything else, Carlos?
So Omwal, because he's mind controlled, if I tried to move away from him, he would attack me, correct?
I wouldn't want to, but I'd do it.
Possibly, yes. You would also get an opportunity attack from the Lamia.
Oh, well then I'm just gonna stand here then.
All right. Skill. You've got Jackal Wares to the left of you, a half giant to the right, who remain nameless.
Right. I am going to cast.
You see Akachka's unconscious. Slowly, ichor is seeping out of his chitinous hide.
Oh God, I hate it when that happens. I'm sorry, people. I can't. I'm unconscious. I can't do anything about it.
I'm gonna cast now. If I use my twin spell, I can make a spell that's only gonna hit one person, hit two, right?
Yes.
Feel free to cast the Wake of the Bard spell.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm sorry. I'm out of that. I'm out of that one.
Ickering. Your Chitin is ickering, but that's what happens. Chitin's gonna icker.
He's gonna icker, man.
Okay, so I will try Ray of Frost, and I'll do it on both.
We really have to learn more insect-related terms, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're the mandible.
Carapace.
Thorax.
Ovipositor.
Exoskeleton.
Hey now.
Icky.
Antennae.
That's not an insect-related term.
Oh, it's insect related.
Okay. Woohoo!
Who are you hitting?
My two little friends next to me.
Your two little friends. Yes, excellent.
Say hello.
Woohoo!
And you both hit.
Nice.
Awesome.
Frost.
Oh my! Just
Oh dear.
I'll just lay down and die right now.
Oh,
I'm just gonna lay down.
2 damage and 1 damage.
So they have frosted tips. They look quite
Why
stylish.
even bother?
Is that any way to encourage your teammate?
No. I'm just saying that was a ray of frost that was not very.
More like ray of enfeeblement, huh?
Really, what are you good at this?
D&D jokes.
More like Bigby's grasping fail, am I right?
Regdar.
All right.
You see a lot of rays going off to your left.
Yeah.
Use a raise.
Guys, what can I do to help? Assuming
Why
I
don't you
can
kill
do
one?
anything.
Kill one.
All right.
I'm just throwing it
Dying
out
Bard
there.
over here.
I'm
Dying
also
Bard.
Bard is dying. I have very few hit points left. I don't know if you can do anything about either of those.
Put them
Kill
out of their
stuff.
misery, Tony.
I will.
Did you
the
pick up any
Lamia-
medicine
Throw
on
a
you?
Or the
rock on
Lamia, I
stage.
Take
I
a
mean,
whack
the
at the
Lamia is a long way from death, right?
Maybe
I think
not.
we established she would be bloodied, were bloody to exist.
She's getting closer.
Lamia? No.
She just took 15.
No?
No.
No,
I thought someone said that earlier.
He said if bloodied was a thing, she was nowhere near it.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was before the 15 damage that Carlos
No.
just did.
She
It
is,
was before that.
can almost see bloodied from where she is now.
All right.
Man.
Ray of Frost
She lives-
on
she
the
lives in
Lamia.
a good neighborhood, though. Okay.
Doing a spell attack.
You sound so excited.
23.
Oh, that totally
Hello.
hits. That'll hit
Um,
Lamia.
So
Okay.
she's a little frozen in her tracks because she just got hit with some frost, so her speed is reduced by 10 feet, and she'll take 1 damage.
My guys are all said their speed is reduced by 10 feet. Not that
You're
that makes any difference.
fire.
I'm loving the Ray of Frost, guys. It's really
It's
a
a great spell. Take
a
that
win.
spell.
You know what would help with all these bad damage rolls? A bard that was awake.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, snap. You know
Also
who
a
is awake?
barbarian who's not trying to kill you.
You know who is awake? Omlal and Carlos is still awake. This
Not for long.
cannot stand. Omlal, attack.
Oh, man.
unleash heck.
This is the worst job I've ever had.
Carlos, you got a second wind or something in your
All
repertoire?
right. 26 hits Carlos.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, buddy. I would be quite effective were I to be on your team right now.
It's true.
There's
This
no
llama-
point in knocking us out. We already have lion tattoos.
You are amazing against doors and our own teammates.
I believe that was on my CV.
Carlos is very door-like.
Carlos, 13
Well,
damage.
he's sleepwalking
Never
right
met a
now.
door he
He's
didn't
not-
hate.
He shouldn't
All
be
right, well,
blamed for this.
Carlos would normally be down, but
Tell
he's
me
going
more.
to use his relentless endurance and
Oh.
reduce to 1 hit point.
He's relentless.
Look at that. Carlos refuses to go down. Uh,
I'm going to leave that right there.
has had enough of dealing with these wear things, and he's going to move in and take 2 opportunity attacks, one of which hits. All right. He's going to go over here. He'll go here. He's going to attack the Lamia.
Take him. Her.
Take my Lamia, please.
Ah,
Ah.
and I ain't lying.
You failed one death saving throw.
I did not.
Oh, all right, fine. And he's using his. He has a large sword that he is using two-handed. So he's going to roll 2d8 damage and do 15 points of damage himself.
Nice.
And the Lamia does not like that one bit. Kachka, it's your turn.
Well, I've got only one option open to me, and that is to roll
On the board, we have 1 success, 1 failure. What?
another death
20.
saving throw, because that's so fun to do. This one is a 15. Success!
That was exciting. It's the Lamia's turn.
Thanks, Dungeon Master, for cutting our excitement short about our friend's success.
Now she-
Whatever, boring excitement.
Was it like 45
Killing
minutes
you.
celebration that was supposed to follow there? Or?
Now she sees Carlos is not looking well, but she also sees a new threat in a giant, half giant. So she is going to attack Carlos with her dagger. 15,
Missed.
and she's going to attack Haltet with her claws and miss as well. She's very flustered. Very flustered. And she is going to move. So everybody gets an opportunity attack that is there. So Carlos, you get an opportunity attack. Haltet gets an opportunity attack. Presta gets an opportunity attack.
Woohoo!
What about me?
Isn't she caught on
you-
fire in the fire now? I'm sure her
no.
dress is up in flames.
You hit.
I crit.
Oh, you crit. Roll your damage
Nice.
twice.
Damage it. Okay, so that's how that works. All right. And I realized that my scimitar has finesse, so I should have actually done 3 more points of damage last time. This time I'm adding it.
Well, you should. You can add an additional 3 to make up.
Oh, okay. Well,
Cool like
one of my
that.
damage rolls was a 1 again this time. We're just a party of 1s. Let's see.
She wants to end up over here.
And then do I get to add the pluses twice, or is it just rolling it twice?
You just roll it
Just an
twice.
extra die.
Okay. 11.
All right. Carlos, did you hit? Carlos, are you there? Oh, yes. Right.
Yeah, 21 versus AC.
That will hit.
That's 18 damage, max damage.
All right.
And
that is
my
not fun.
my scorpion armor also attacks as a bonus action triggered by her movement.
Oh, go for it. You and your crazy scorpion armor.
26 versus reflex.
That
Woo!
will hit.
Fancy.
Versus reflex?
Wait, what? That's
Well,
not
this,
a thing.
it's a different version.
There
Just
are
a
some
quick
shenanigans
Oscar-
going on here.
The Oscars
And,
are still dumb.
She receives 5 poison damage and is immobilized until the end of my next turn. I think that means she
Well, then
can't
she
move, right?
cannot move.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't actually get away.
Back.
She just
That
thought
actually would
she
be
was
the
over there.
definition of immobilized, yes.
Yes. 33, 40. All right. She
She just can't use her phone. It's not that big a deal.
That's even
Did,
worse.
She was
Did
roaming
Voltec
anyway.
take his hit on her as well?
Haltek did, and he hit. So she's looking not great. Presta, it is your turn. You noticed that the Lumia was trying to get away. Oh, Lamia, not
Lamia, the Nokia Lumia.
Nokia Lumia.
Microsoft brings
I'm outta
you
here.
Total Party Kill.
Jeez, Microsoft, you got your hooks in all of us.
This
That's
is
one of the little
hard
star
buzz
guys
marketing.
from Super Mario Galaxy. They're cool. I like them.
Like Microsoft, we desire to kill the Lumia.
Oh,
Burn, Microsoft, burn.
little tech zing for you.
Wow.
All right. I am going to use my final cure wounds on Carlos, who looks like he is about to drop if I don't. Since the
By the way, in the Oscar telecast in the other room, you are currently missing Lady Gaga singing The Sound of Music. So
Wow.
I prefer the costume rendition.
wow.
I gotta go.
I'd like to thank the Academy. I think it's so great that they give this. I thank you. I thank Mom and my agent in the Academy.
Please, Jason, please
Goodbye.
stop stroking that. Please stop.
Oh boy.
Instead, Jason, you can thank me for 11 hit points.
Oh,
Thank you.
You finally rolled something decent on that.
that's nice to hit the points.
The Bard would thank you if she
That's a
was
spice of meatball.
Good. Random Italian, the apprentice.
Wow.
Well, I'm being all kinds of racist today.
We haven't whacked on enough races tonight, so
Athos is a
it's good the
racist
Italians
place,
involved.
folks.
True. I'm the Pope. All right, so
Hey, this is the Pope.
see.
What?
What? I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Oh man.
I don't want to be here.
so this jackal.
I'm glad I can play beer.
Did we suddenly start playing D&D on Xbox Live? I don't understand what's happening.
It's gonna move there. This one's
Brought to you by Microsoft.
Oh, nicely done, everybody.
Racism to your living room.
I haven't heard any lizard-related slurs yet, Tony. So it could be.
All right, so this jackalware misses Carlos. 2 attack.
I missed him.
Scale. Aw, and hit. You take 3 points of damage. Scale from a
Single
scimitar.
tear.
And
I'm in pain.
this one will attack this guard and miss.
Oh, I was going to move at the end of my turn.
Oh, okay. Feel free to move.
I was going to move over to Kachka and hopefully stabilize him on my next turn. Stabilize.
Alright.
But you get something better than
And yes,
stabilize?
and I do realize that provoked one.
I was gonna say.
Yep.
And it misses. So
Nice. That's a good sign.
jerk. Carlos, it's your turn. You
Hooray.
feel invigorated.
Yeah, I do. I am going to. I think I'm going to use my second wind here. Because I am afraid of going down. And I'm going to grant myself 8 more hit points.
Nice.
And that's all I'm going to do.
All right. So you guys see the 2 new guards approaching are both Toby and McGuire.
Yay!
Cavalry.
Scale, it's your turn. You still have 2 jackalwares near you.
So I have. Can I use magic missile? I've already used it once, but can I use it since I still have spell slots? Sorry,
Yes.
let me say that.
Yes, you can. You don't have to say it again.
Still have spell slots.
Wait, no, please do. Please do. I want to know where you were going with that.
Which
She sells spell slots down by the seashore.
Oh, yeah.
which of them look more damaged? I will hit them.
They both look equally damaged.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot 2 of them at one, and then I'm gonna wait to see if it drops, and then shoot the third one, depending upon that.
Go for it. Yes, it is. Well, so that's 5. So it's not. It has not dropped.
There we go, 3 on it then.
All right, so that's 8. It is not dead. What is it? That's all right. There we are. Okay, but it doesn't look very good. Regdar. You can also move if you want, Scale. You would get an opportunity attack. You could, if you have any bonus actions, you could use that. You could yell something. That's always free.
Yell something. It's fun.
Doesn't tell us she wants to do any of that. Regdar, it's your turn.
I'm good.
All right. Running out of options, so let's do another magic missile. So zip zop.
What do you
do it?
Lamia?
I'm gonna do it at the 4 closest jackalwares, which are all along here on the kind of perimeter of the tent.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's perfectly fine.
All right. So I'll expend my final level 2 spell slot to do it at the
Oh,
level 2
fancy.
version of it. So all 4 of them get hit. 4.
We're not as impressed this time, by the way.
Well,
I'm still impressed.
they all take 4 damage.
All right, so this one dies.
Woohoo!
9.
I'm assuming you'd be impressed if you were conscious, Steve.
Oh,
It's quite possible. It's quite
oh
possible.
snap. Anything else, Regdar?
Nope. Keep moving. Get out of the way.
All right, Umlal.
Yes.
That's Carlos' character. He is quite irksome.
Help me, Carlos. Make me stop.
Is there a reason why he always hits me?
You're standing next to him.
I'm next to him.
You should really move.
I'm just ignoring him. Whatever.
And that forces me to try and hammer away at you, but I missed
You
this.
missed.
I love how bad Omwal is at his job.
What are you talking about? I hit you at 2 on a 26 earlier.
He did do a lot of damage.
But since then, nothing.
Oh, what have you done for me lately? Umlal.
You don't want me to kill you.
No, I don't.
Sounds like he does.
We
So,
exchanged a wink.
Holtet crits on the Lamia, and he takes a mighty swing and lops off her head.
Yes.
Falls dead. Umlal
Alright,
shakes his
guy.
head and is like, "What?" and is no longer charmed.
Yay.
We still have a couple
not
of.
player character with a
Still
kill.
charming, though.
Well, that's debatable.
As charming as it was previously.
We have. We're still in combat though, because there are still 3 jackalwares, 4 jackalwares, 5 jackalwares actually. I can't count. Kachka, you are still unconscious.
Yay! I'm loving it down here. It's comfortable. This, I mean, you know, no rugs.
Soft sand.
All right, let's see what we got. I hate sand.
Don't like
That's a
it.
19. I am.
You are
stable.
stabilized.
Whew.
Just cover him with sand.
Feel free though to hit me with something a little stronger than
Yeah,
stabilization.
I'm out. or I would think about it.
The Lamia is dead, so she doesn't get to do anything.
You could probably cast whatever it is at second level.
Presta. it's your
No,
turn.
I can't. I'm only a ranger. Yeah.
Well, you're way more than that to us.
I,
All right, Presta.
have
Presta.
no second levels.
She's only
Sorry,
a
guys.
ranger to me.
It is your turn, Presta. The Lamia is dead. You've got some jackalware still milling about. Toby and Maguire approacheth.
All right. I think I will.
Front of them.
I'm going to switch over to my bow because this scimitar thing is getting me down a little bit. And I will shoot at
Toby or Maguire?
not Toby or Maguire. I will shoot at that
Both of them.
Okay.
jackalware.
Yeah, see, it's hard to say. You have to think.
Let's see. 25.
That hits.
I'm guessing that hits, and that is 8 points of damage.
All right, it is dead.
Yay.
And now it is the jackalware's turn. They're going to.
Except for the dead one.
Except for
Dead
the dead
one's
one.
dead.
But I deleted the dead ones.
So yay. Well, Presta deleted it.
Oh, damn.
By the way,
pressed
if we rolled a 1d4, I will be back among the living with 1 hit point in 4 hours. So
Excellent.
Nice.
Well, we can wait. Both Toby and Maguire fall asleep.
Oh,
Well,
sweet dreams.
That's their MO. Yeah. In character.
Yeah. Nothing new there.
You get hit by a scimitar for 6 points of damage.
I'm down.
Dream of Kank Stew. Toby.
You crazy diamond. Carlos, the were-jackal next to you, is going to attack
All right.
and critically fail.
Sounds like him.
This one's going to attack this guard. Oh, wait, no, he can't do that. All right, they're done. Well, actually, this one's going to try and attack that guy and miss him as well. They're not very good. Carlos,
Yes.
you've got a jackalware next to you.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna attack him since the Lamia is gone.
It's true. He's dead.
22 versus AC.
That hits.
And okay, I rolled a 1 damage there, so I get to re-roll and use the new roll.
Oh, look at you.
That's
fancy
part of my
pants.
great weapon fighting.
Fancy schmancy.
It's okay weapon fight.
And that's 15 damage.
I don't know. I think it's pretty great.
Dead.
Yeah, ha! That's right, it's dead.
Scale. Now this is exciting. You get to roll a death saving throw.
So I just roll a d20.
Just a d20 over
Roll
a 10 is
high.
good.
Roll high.
Roll high.
A 1 is bad. A 20 is great. A 4 is bad. Regdar, you see Scale has fallen. Katja
not
is
good.
rousing himself. Herself, I should say.
All right.
Toby and McGuire are both asleep.
I'm just burning through spell slots. This is not great. So magic missile. This time I can only hit 3 guys, but by my count there are only 3
That is
Jackal wares
correct.
left.
Yes.
So all 3 of them get hit for
Pew, pew, pew. This one's dead.
3 damage.
All right. They are still up.
Arr.
Umlal.
Hey. My turn.
You don't
Hey.
have to do this, but you should. You kind of feel like. Why?
I'm
Why
so used
try
to it.
something new?
Which of these guys are these still surviving jackal wares?
There's one right next to Holtet, right underneath him. That's probably the closest to you.
This guy here.
Yes, there's one right next to Scale, and there's one next to this guard over here by the wagon.
Okay. I'm going to be really angry and run up at this guy and recklessly attack
Uh-oh.
him. So it gives me advantage on my attack.
That's correct. And
So I'm gonna do
I
that.
get advantage on attacking you or something like that, right? Your AC is lower.
I think this. Let me see if this works right. I'm doing that. Nope.
That's
Just say that the 14 was higher, so plus
Yeah.
7 is 23.
21.
21 hits.
21 or 23, whatever you want to call it. 21 if you want to use traditional math.
I like the new math better.
That's right.
I suspect the KH1 had to be attached to the D20 as opposed to the.
You know,
Plus
Steve,
7.
it's easy to judge in hindsight. That's it.
Look at Jason
It's easy
showing
to
you how to
judge
do
pretty
it
much at any time.
That's how you
actually.
do it, Dan.
Okay.
at that.
by typing
So
it.
now I have hit that guy, and we'll do some greatsword damage to him to the tune of
That's good. Sword.
15 slashing damage.
Dead.
Thank you. That's right, a death chord is played.
Bard's got
dead.
nothing else to do.
He is dead.
Yeah.
Holtet goes. And he's like, well, you guys seem to have this under control.
Sayonara.
Worst captain of the guard ever.
So he says, you guards attack that other one. So this guy goes over here, and they try to attack this guy, but their weapons do nothing against the werejackals, so... And he'll go over here. Whoa. Whoop. He'll attempt to attack this guy. And miss. Kachka, you, in
What?
4 hours, you will be awake.
That is true, and apparently I don't get to continue to try and roll a 20 on the D20, is that correct?
That is correct.
That's dumb.
Well, write a letter to Gary Gygax.
He's dead.
He failed his death saving throw.
That's right.
Oh.
Good night, everybody.
Too
It
soon.
took him like 75 years, though, so he did all right for himself.
I'm a Pope.
Rolling a d20 every day for 75 years. See if he's going to make it through the day.
These werejackals are going to attack. Actually, they think maybe why don't we run away at this point?
Run away!
So this one is running away. They are.
Yeah, but that one's taken. Oh, that's right. Their swords don't do anything.
Opportunity attack of nothing.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm just move that wagon. He's running away.
Whoa, he's strong.
Stole the wagon.
He just threw the wagon away, and Scale, you get an opportunity attack, as does Holtat.
Oh, yeah, okay, I do that from my thoughts.
Yeah, from me.
Songs of opportunity attack.
He
This is all Kachka can do now that she is semi-conscious.
That's Jackalware.
When I'm unconscious, I can only play minor chords. It's
Someone take that new microphone away from Steve. Ooh, Jason has muted Steve. This is good podcast.
that is so wrong.
Eat it lots!
And Holtet swipes down and kills the last Jackalware.
God, he gets all the glory in this one.
You are out of combat.
Thank God.
The guards that were asleep wake up. Toby and Maguire are like, "What's going on, everybody?"
Hell with the guards. Am I awake?
Can I try to stabilize? Stabilize.
Scale.
McGuire, you
Scale.
slept through that third Spider-Man movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll some sort.
Don't tell him about the dance scene, Dan.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
That is only a 13 on my medicine roll. I don't know what I need to roll to stabilize something.
Over 10, so she is stabilized.
Okay.
Woohoo! Thank you.
You're
People are
welcome.
stabilized. That's great.
I can't bring her around, but I can stabilize her. So there you go.
So there you go. Combat is over. Holtath says, "You people acquitted yourselves nicely."
Do you
Toby,
have any healers?
Toby
You did a
looks
great
over-
Choice of words there, Halted.
I bashed Carlos a bunch of times.
That's
They killed
management.
one werejackal to redeem myself.
He says, "Toby, Maguire, deal with the corpses," and he walks back to the caravan.
Tobey Maguire needs to renegotiate his contract.
I believe those are part of the cider house rules. So.
They're the Rocket Boys of this.
Sorry.
That's right. How
Sad
about
coin.
that secretariat? I don't know.
That's not even what.
I don't know. Is he in that movie? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit, say right. Oh,
Oh, you've seen One Horse movie. You've seen them all.
of course, yeah. Mr. Ed, everybody.
The famous Mr. Ed.
Okay.
All right, so combat is over. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to come back to life.
Yeah, we need to ask Holtet to send whatever healers. There's got to be some.
I would
healer
like
on
to
this.
deal with my actual. Now I no longer have pretend PTSD. I have actual PTSD from beating up my friend.
Oh.
You're
Well,
really going to be sleepwalking tonight.
I go looking for a door to
Well,
bash.
I could really use a long rest.
Same.
all right. So you just want to go back to the
Well,
caravan?
shouldn't we kind of get an idea of what's around this
We should
fake tent?
investigate the fake tent first. I agree.
I mean, those of you who are awake.
Just in case the Lamia.
All right. So you
Has been
look
hoarding
around
riches or something.
the fake tent, and in fact, the Lamia has been hoarding riches. You see a chest.
Save some riches for me.
all right.
So
How many rugs are in the chest?
Any pottery?
Somebody has to open the chest.
Can we check it for traps first, please?
Sure. Who's checking it for traps?
Who's good at checking for traps? Who's awake?
I'm pretty good at checking for traps.
Could you
Got a
do
plus
that,
4%.
friend elf?
Assuming that's still perception.
It is.
20.
Okay. So you touch the chest, and you realize rather quickly that you cannot move your hands anymore because they are stuck to the chest.
Is that a charm?
No, it is a mimic, which is one of these
great.
lovely D&D creatures that looks like one thing but is really another.
Ha ha.
And so the chest's mouth opens, and a pseudopod comes out,
Oh my god.
I hate everything.
but it misses. Good old.
Please tell me you're gonna follow this up with a rust monster.
No, I'm not. But we'll keep the
Carrion crawler would be my favorite.
we'll keep the same.
Maybe something that eats levels.
Yeah.
Maybe a gelatinous cube would be fun.
Like the gelatinous cube.
We'll keep the same order. So actually, Presta, it's your turn. So you're stuck to
Still
what
asleep, by the
you
way.
thought was a treasure chest, but in fact is
So wait.
an evil mimic.
Just to clarify, how many people are currently unconscious?
2.
2.
All right, that's not great.
Is just one of my hands stuck?
All right.
to this?
Uh,
Someone stinking
well,
fake
you are-
chest.
so-
That's gonna be the
We got
kill.
the guards here.
In D&D ease, you are grappled with the chest.
Okay,
So you can attempt to escape, is what I'm saying.
I will attempt to escape with
All
my
right.
Yeah, not.
So you roll a strength check. Or...
That's a 10.
You are still grappled by dear old Mimic. Carlos.
Anti-mimic.
Little help here. Guys.
Yeah,
So
I would
Carlos, you're kind of searching around, and then you hear Presta yell, "A little help!" You look over, and the chest has opened its mouth, and a pseudopod is reaching towards your friend.
I'm going to go over there and attack it.
All right.
That's 22 versus AC.
That will hit.
That's 14 damage.
All right.
Jeez. Where are you getting all this extra damage and attack bonuses?
I'm awesome, Dan. I'm awesome.
Damn it, Dan. He's awesome.
What do you have, like a 25 strength or something?
20. Plus some magical implements.
things.
Yeah.
Scale is unconscious. Roll.
I'm a gladiator. Fighting things is what I do, man.
Hey, I'm a barbarian.
Regdar, your turn. So we'll say you're all within range of whatever you want to do. We're doing Theater of the Mind.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Theater!
Let's see. Can I ask a question?
No.
Are you, Erica, is your character wearing armor?
Yes.
Okay, because I could have cast mage armor on you, but I can't if you're already wearing armor. You only get one armor. You're not currently falling to your death, so feather fall is probably not very useful. I could locate the chest that's eating you.
Sorry, I guess we're punishing ourselves for picking the lame spells right now.
Tony, could you locate a cliff we could drop her off that you could then save her with Featherfall?
That's a good idea.
Is a cliff an object, Scott?
I would say a precipice is an object.
How about I ram frost the mimic?
All right.
So 17
17 will hit a mimic.
for 8 damage,
All right.
and the it is slowed by the.
You don't see any way that it could move, but
I don't want to face her down. That would be really bad.
It could mimic a like a car or something.
There's no cars.
it's not a transformer.
It's a mimic, not a transformer, yes.
Yeah, don't give it any ideas, Jason.
It could drag itself by the pseudopod. There's no reason it couldn't.
Aren't mimics just Athos transformers, really?
No.
No transformers on Athos.
Umlal.
Rage! I will run over to the chest. I will rage and attack. I'm gonna attack recklessly too, because that's how badass I am. So I'm gonna do this whole thing that Jason taught me how to do. I'm gonna do it right.
You learned it by watching you.
Did. It's 19.
That'll hit.
Yeah, so I'm doing some extra damage because I'm raging.
Cajun.
I am. That's me. 11 damage.
All right, the mimic, not looking so great.
Good.
Kachka is unconscious.
I'm just sleeping here, just kicking back.
Just
Well, it's
checking in on you.
Not even so much as a rug underneath me.
Now the the mimic is going to bite Presta.
Okay.
Well, it'll probably miss
With its
its mouth. So a mimic has a mouth.
Alright.
Well, it's got like a hinged chest
It's like
lid.
top of the chest. It just
Yeah, exactly.
Can I
All right.
see if we can? Can you see this?
Oh, that's
creepy.
perverse.
So that's its pseudopod coming out of its mouth.
gross.
You.
You sure didn't just turn to the dentata page?
All this from a perception roll.
Well, 15 AC, Presta.
That hits exactly.
All right, so it's chomping on you, and you take. So you feel like the teeth sink into you, and you take 11 piercing damage. And as its saliva is oozing into your wound, it feels like it's burning of acid,
man.
and you take 2 acid damage.
I'm almost down now.
Cleaning up all the bodies be helping out right now.
That's Toby and Maguire. They're not the most reliable of guards.
Guys, remember that time we were all killed by a fake box?
Now, Erica, it's your turn.
Oh, great.
You are currently grappled, but you could try to escape.
I'm not so good at the escaping from grappling. Is it possible for me to use the help action while I am grappled?
Help! I need somebody help! Not just anybody help! You know I need someone help!
Okay.
Like that?
Yeah. So I could aid a friendly creature, which I would like
Sure, you could use the
by
help.
distracting the mimic somehow. I figure, my hand's in its mouth. That should be pretty distracting if I wiggle around or something.
That's right. You could also attack when you're grappled. You just can't move away.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm not so great at attacking. I think I would rather help Carlos attack.
Sure. I'll say that you will give Carlos advantage.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
Oh,
good.
nice.
So I will just kind of shuffle around as much as possible with my hands stuck in the mouth of this thing and try to distract it so Carlos can hit it a little better next time.
All right, Carlos, you have advantage on this fiendish mimic.
Nice.
It's chewing on your friend.
Is it my turn now?
It is your friend. It is your friend. It's your turn and your friend.
Both.
All right. Well, that is a 29 versus AC.
Well, that'll hit.
That's 13 damage.
All right, so you kill it, and it coughs up Presta, and
Thank you.
3 potions.
Okay. If anyone who picks those up, wash your hands afterwards.
Yeah, seriously.
What are you saying about Presta?
Oh, snap.
Ah.
And now we're out of combat.
All
No
right.
time for reels, unless you touch anything else.
I'll pick up the potions, and they attack me, right?
They do. You are stuck to them.
Grappled.
Yeah, those are baby mimics that
They're
work.
potion mimics.
This is how mimics reproduce. They wait for someone to come and kill them, and then they spit their babies.
That is not the
We
best
drink the
natural.
potions.
Should
And
we-
Just like sharks.
Should we search for other things here, folks?
No.
What do you
I
want
mean-
to find this time? Like carnivorous rats or something? Sand rats?
Can we roll something to find out what kinds of potions these are, or are they perhaps labeled?
You can take a sip.
You
All you
can
gotta do is take a
yeah.
sip.
You take a sip, and you know that all 3 of them are potions of healing.
Oh, nice.
As they do.
I drink one of them.
Aha! Potion of
Dead
death.
bard over here.
That one is a potion of gender swapping.
Oh. Welcome to the
We'll
fair
be with
sex,
you
my
soon.
friend.
I will take one of the potions and go administer it to
Well, you
Scale.
don't need to do that. I'll wake up in 4 hours. Don't do that. Don't waste a potion
I'll
on me.
be
Not the one with scales.
Your 3
There must
green.
be someone around the
will be
Right,
ready
actually, we're out
in
of
4 to
combat.
6 hours.
We're out of combat. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna hold on to my potion. I'm not
I
gonna.
don't have scales. I'm an insect, for God's sake.
You have ichor.
The only scales he has are pentatonic.
All right, so we're out of combat. We've got 3 potions. Let's carry our friends back to the convoy, back to the caravan, and we're gonna take a rest and recuperate.
Yeah,
Okay.
we might be able to come back and search later, but
No, I think. Well,
No,
probably.
we're never coming back. Not to this
Someone's
place.
going to have to carry
Well,
my unconscious ass
well,
out
the,
of here.
the caravan's not.
The caravan's not moving until.
Morning, that's true.
So it's up to you guys. You get back to the caravan, you rest.
Yes.
4 hours pass.
Yeah,
Catch goes back up.
I feel like we should have some drinks
Long
with,
rest.
some of you guys who are awake should have some drinks with the half giant and, ingratiate yourself to him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We are
Well,
half
two of
giant
them.
brothers.
Regdar's not really good at small talk.
Yeah.
Neither are half giants.
Small, medium, or large, really.
Regdar's big talk. He's really into big talk.
Regdar talk big game.
I don't know what that means.
Kachka, let's get real. Let's
What?
get
I'm asleep. I have no way to get real right now.
He's really
Yeah.
sleeping.
Regdar is talking to Kachka's unconscious body, but like really intently.
You're the
What do you
sweetest,
think it all
most
means? Have you
beautiful
ever really
bug that I've ever seen.
Have you ever really looked
Kachka.
at your hand?
like all 4 of them.
And if ever I could deserve a bug like you,
So, what would you like to do?
Let's go
lay
break
around for a while.
Let's go break into Bresnak's room.
I hear the door's kind of broken.
I only have
Easier
7 hit points
than it
left.
was.
I'm nervous.
I have 8. I am slightly
You
less
win.
nervous, as nervous. I'm 1 less nervous.
Okay, so we can either continue, or we can say that that's a good stopping point.
That might be.
That's probably a good place.
It's a pretty good stopping point, I
That's a
think.
great
All right.
stopping point, I would
And
say.
you, when we return, you will be on the caravan. You can rest as long as you like. You can go back and look at the battlefield again if you like, or not. And
All right.
And
Once
they all
we're- once
slept
we're all-
happily ever after.
Once we're all
That's
long
a lot of
rested
options you've
and
given us there.
healed.
That's right. And I'll roll some random encounters and see what happens. If you survive the night.
Just felt like that was necessary. Not sure why.
And there you go. 15 viewers. Still.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
15.
That's
Amazing.
hardcore.
You guys are diehards.
Got not a lot going on, huh? 15?
They don't want to watch the Oscars, you see. So,
Mhm.
so when are we going to do this again?
I
Never.
don't know.
Nobody
Nobody died. Nobody died.
We tried. We did our best.
Yeah, we
I tried to kill Jason badly.
It's true. See, I thought last time the encounter was too easy, so this time I had to up the ante.
You did.
And how?
Anti raised.
Plus,
We
mimics are
threw
always
in the
fun,
guards,
so.
though, so that was a bit of a helper.
Yes, after I realized that if I hadn't sent the guards, you would all die.
Yeah.
I sent them. And it made sense, too, because the caravan was right there, so they wouldn't just not.
They just stare there and be like, you guys are screwed.
You guys suck. So I don't know, when do we want to try and see if we can figure out, maybe we should stop broadcasting at this point. Probably good. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Good night now.
Play him off.